You call me good for nothing, straight to my face. You say you don't need me. You call me good for nothing, a waste of space. Don't remind me, I'm minding my own damn business. Don't try to find me, I'm better left alone than in this. It doesn't surprise me. Do you really think that I could care if you really don't like me? Find somebody else, it could be anyone else out there. Don't fret, I don't ever want to see you and I never want to meet you again. One thing, when you're angry you're a jerk and then you treat me like I'm worth nothing. Don't fret, I don't ever want to see you and I never want to meet you again. It'll happen again, I'll watch it happen over and over again. You say you don't want me. You call me good for nothing, straight to my face. You say you don't need me. You call me good for nothing, a waste of space. I watch the walls caving in on me. I'm sick of feeling so fucking lonely. But I'll give it up all. I guess I'm better off alone. Don't fret, I don't ever want to see you and I never want to meet you again. One thing, when you're angry you're a jerk and then you treat me like I'm worth nothing. Don't fret, I don't ever want to see you and I never want to meet you again. It'll happen again, I'll watch it happen over and over again. Take me back to California, West Coast, I'm coming home. Take me back to California, right where I started from. California, that's where I lived my whole life. California, bury me there when I die. Take me back to California, that's where my body will lie. Take me back to California, that's where I'll go when I die. I've been sticking it out for 1,000 miles on the 101 South. The distance feels like it kills. From San Francisco to the Hollywood Hills. California, that's where I lived my whole life. California, bury me there when I die. Take me back to California, West Coast, I'm coming home. Take me back to California, right where I started from. I'm coming home to Cali, from the redwood trees all the way to the valley. The distance feels like it kills. From San Francisco to the Hollywood Hills. California, that's where I lived my whole life. California, bury me there when I die. Take me back to California, West Coast, I'm coming home. Take me back die.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? I hope we are all well. I can already see the chat's not working, which is always epic. That's going to be fucking fun to deal with all night. Hope you're well. What's up, PBM Pazuzu? What is up, Mortar Merrier, South Tower, and of course, Dark Kylie. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all well. PBM Pazuzu says, lovely heatwave distraction. Big up the boar. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hear it is very, very hot over there. Thank God for ACs over here, eh? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all well. Yeah, not much to say, really. I hope everyone is doing good. Got a couple more Firebat videos to watch to sort of finish up where we were last night, and then we'll probably get into the Grey Exposure thing, and then we'll see how much of that we get through tonight, and then I probably won't stream again until probably the earliest will be next Saturday, because my dad's coming to visit me tomorrow, and he's here for a week, so I'll be looking to hang out with him as much as I can. Sanmei Supergirl says, did you see the Firebat epically owned it? Oh, yeah, like, I did ponder fucking watching it on stream, but it's like, it's just old fucking drama. It's old drama. If people fucking know what happened with that shit, you know, like, I don't feel the need to rehash it again, really. Mainly because it doesn't make me look good. No, all joking aside, though, it's like fucking whatever. Like, most people know what fucking happened there. It wasn't exactly reinventing the wheel. Anyway, you know what time it is. As I cough my fucking lungs up. I can't hit my protein! Whiskey glass of vodka. Bush. Epic stuff. Oh, man. Oh. I don't know how the fuck people drink vodka straight from the bottle with no chaser, man. Those people are fucking lunatics. No clue at all how they manage to do it. Like, I'm a seasoned fucking drinker, and I still fucking need a chaser. Bruh, the vest is giving Jim Roy... Oh, yeah, from the Royal Family, the TV show. Yeah, well, it's hot, man. And also, like, you know, I like to show off the tattoos sometimes, you know. It's a pretty sick piece, so got to be going out and about with it. Anyway. Also, as South Tower 48 very, very simply said, rest in peace, Oliver Tree. I was devastated when I learned he fucking died. Because I think I've been listening to him for close for 8-9 years now. It was fucking heartbreaking. I listened to him all the fucking time. Not good. Anyway, let's get straight into our first video. The first video is called Trans Firebat. What the hell it would be? Oh, the cat's joined the party. 1 second. You can see her in the background a little bit. Hang on if I lower it. No, wrong side. Hello, Ubi. Say hi. Ubi. Say hi. Ubi says hi. Oh, all right, anyway, enough of showing off my fucking obese body. Let's put that up. Cool. Right, this first video is titled Stepping with One Piece as Steeping Back in Need a Break. So let's see what this has to offer us.
Video of the day. For the moment, I am very tired. It's been a very nice, fun day. So I did like OBS earlier this morning. I did a shit ton of freaking TGE, and then wife walked over here. I drove over with the soup and baby stuff and everything, and we played ate some of the soup, and guess what, my soup was a hit. My brother and my sister and my wife are like, this is really good soup. So I'm like,
yeah, I don't think that happened. I don't think in the history of history anyone's ever fucking been that excited about fucking soup. Like, listen, I had a soup for lunch. I had so I am, which means basically just like soup, chicken soup. But it's not chicken soup like we have in the West. It's very, very different. It's like green and more watery, but whatever. But like, even that was good soup. But at no point was ever like, holy fuck, this is amazing soup. Who in the history of mankind has ever been raving about fucking soup? It's soup.
I did good.
Especially when it's fucking Firebat of all fucking people. Fucking bin bag chef over here. I refuse to believe for a second they were ecstatic about your fucking soup making ability.
And so I don't care if people even I have a feeling someone's.
Someone makes me go ask, do you think he talks to the camera more than his wife at this point? 100%. 100%.
I'm gonna snark my food at some point and say something crappy about my food. So I'm just thinking out loud. I'm like, you know what? No one's gonna do jack shit. Because if people do, I'll be like, they've never had my soup. Looks isn't everything. And so I won't care about their opinion when they start the soup. And so I feel good.
All right, hot take here. I know that like some food can be good, like chitlins. You know, like it looks awful, but it can taste nice. I don't mind liver. It doesn't look particularly appealing, but like I don't know. The thing is as well, and all the chefs, the top chefs will say it. You eat with both your mouth and also your eyes. So if it looks like slop, that's going to put people off, even if it tastes good. You know. So I feel like this is just a bit of a cope from the bat here, big cope. And again, we know Bat's level of culinary skill is, so I'm not buying this for a second.
Still good. I'm gonna do it again, but I feel like I'm at peace, despite things have been happening like past couple of days. I feel pretty good about today and yesterday. Like I think that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Oh, epic! I like it when the video freezes like that. That's a good time to say. What exactly has been going on the last couple of days that has got you so down the dumps, really? Because like, I swear every fucking video is Firebat going, yeah, I've been going through some shit, but now I'm feeling better. And it's like, if you happen to say that every single day, either nothing is happening or you've not got through it at all.
Was we needed to just.
Oh, fantastic! Great. I'm gonna have to wait for the video to buffer. Because it's on the fucking archive site. That's epic. Well, while we're waiting for this epic video to buffer, I'll read out some chat messages that I didn't catch earlier. Sada Mason Miguel said, literally every chef would say presentation matters, of course. South Tower 48 says, not the knackered timing belt giving better commentary than Firebat. True. Also, why? Again, we've had this conversation before, but why the fuck are we back to driving while streaming? Very dangerous, not cool at all.
Go to my sister's, hang out, play a game, just.
Oh my god, what is this shit, man? What is this fucking lag? We have to like turn the fucking quality down or something. Oh, I can't because the settings button doesn't work. Oh, I love it. I love Indonesian internet. Indonesian internet is so fucking good. I'm so glad I fucking pay £30 a month for internet that is atrocious. Relax
and enjoy some family time with.
Okay, this is fucking shit. Great stuff. I like it. Now, some would blame me and say I should have fucking just let the video buffer before starting the stream. And to those people, I would say, fuck off. Okay, I don't think that far ahead. I didn't think it'd be such an issue. Maybe if I go to the small screen, that might help. Yeah, that should help. All right, let's do that. As you can see, I'm still incredibly good at this stream malarkey. Very professional, very cool, very epic. All right, let's try it like that.
Our family, and so usually, my sister will come over or.
Oh, what the fuck? Come on, website. This is shit. This is shit. Internet Archive, get your fucking shit together. This is disgraceful. Dark Kylie says, the car sounds awful. I agree. Why is the fucking internet being so fucking shit? It's not that bad on my end. This is the fucking website. Why would you say fuck off to people giving you useful advice? Because yeah, that's why. How about that one? How about that one? God, this is one of the fucking things I definitely do miss about the UK. The internet is fucking awful in this country. And I don't understand why. They have the infrastructure for it. They have 5G now. They still haven't moved, they still haven't got fiber, but they've got satellite and Elon Musk shit. Why the fuck is it still so slow?
She'll pick up the baby. And
oh, fucking alright, you know what? Oh my god, why is it so slow to fucking buffer? I miss Preserve Tube. Those were the fucking good days. Preserve Tube was the fucking good days. This is shit, this website. I'm sorry. This Internet Archive is shit for all intents and purposes. Drop the quality down if you can. Yeah, but the thing, I'm pressing the settings button and there's just nothing pops up for me. Nothing pops up. There's just nothing there. You know? It's just stuck the way it is. I can't turn down the fucking video quality. There's no option to. Like, oh, okay. Now it's gonna let me. What the? Oh my god! What is this? There's just nothing here. It's just buggy as shit. Is the problem? It's buggy as shit. Mortimeria says, every Firebat video is the same. I'm over the drama. I took so much accountability today. Sarah Faye is awful. Femios and the Trough are awful. I need to yell at my bitch void wife again. Very true. Very true. Download the videos ahead of time. Yeah, that's probably something I should do. Actually, hang on. Where is there a download? All right, let's see. Okay.
Hello, hello, hello. Final video. Start this soon.
Okay, it seems to be buffering a lot quicker on this link.
She'll pick up the baby, and then we'll pick her up later, and it's just like a casual little hi.
No, never mind. I fucking clearly spoke too fucking soon, didn't I? Clearly spoke too fucking soon. Oh, I hate everything. This is epic. This is really good streaming. Guys, I hope you appreciate the level of quality here on the Trough YouTube channel, where I can't even fucking A-log successfully anymore. Because I can't play the fucking video. Why? You're such a pussy, Firebat. Can I just say for record, you're a fucking pussy. You are a pussy. Fucking leave these channels up on your... leave the fucking videos up on YouTube, so I have to use this fucking awful fucking shit website.
Focus. And...
have I tried turning it off and on again? I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work for this.
I don't know. I don't want to...
It doesn't... fucking just... oh... fuck it. You know what? We bought... fuck it. We're just going to deal with it as it is.
Hello, hello, hello.
If it buffers, it buffers. Fuck
and then we'll pick her up later, and it's just like a casual little hi. Sorry. Focus. And bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. I hate fucking... this website is shit. This website is so fucking shit. What? Preserve Tube is a much better site for this sort of thing. But like, this wouldn't be an issue if it just let me turn the fucking quality of the fucking video... oh my god. Okay, fuck it. Whatever. We will come back to this video. Let's see if this one's working any better.
I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, to show that I don't care about these...
no, never mind. The site is just dog shit. It is racist. This is a racist website. This is a racist website against me because and the whole of Indonesia by extension, because it just doesn't want to fucking load. Where's the fucking bandwidth, dickheads? Fuck. Wow, that's great. That's genuinely great. I genuinely don't know what to do now. Okay. I mean, fuck, do I just go straight into the Grey Exposer fucking documentary thing? I was going to cover this. I was going to cover these two fucking videos first, but I guess I might as well. But if they're not going to fucking load, I mean, do I just cover the Grey Exposer's fucking bullshit straight away? Or do I keep trying to persevere with these fucking videos? I mean, I can't imagine they're all that fucking great. I mean, this second one looks pretty good, but, like, they're not fucking loading. They're not fucking loading. The Grey Exposer is a loser. Yeah, I know, but I know. I'm aware. All right, fuck it. Let's just go straight into the Grey Exposer fucking thing. Because nothing is fucking happening here. These ones are fucking crapped out completely. They're not even buffering. They're not even buffering. So I just say, fuck it. Let's just go straight into the Great Exposure documentary titled My Ex Married Christian 2.0, The Great Exposure is Dumping Out the Garbage Part 2. Have this, there's no point. There's no point, South Tower, or even trying to download these videos, because when I clicked on the download, it had an estimated download time of 2 hours. So I just say, fuck it.
And gentlemen, citizens of the crumb side of YouTube.
Already absolutely fucking awful intro. What the fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, the citizens of the crumb side of YouTube. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? Also, if someone was to listen, if any of you guys at home wanted to download the videos in full and then upload them to YouTube, I can and then send me the link. Unless I can watch them like that. Like it, because I'm telling you, it will take, if you've got decent internet speed and you're in the UK or America or Wales or whatever, it will be a hell of a lot quicker than me trying to do it.
It's been a long while, hasn't it? What, 4 years since my last new video? What can I say other than your boy needed a long rest to recharge my battery? However, I'm back, at least temporarily. Not going to make any promises about how long I stick around. So, anyways, what's up? What do you guys want to talk about? Anything of any significance happened during my long hiatus slumber?
Yeah, it does make sense, because ultimately, like, yes, Tanya does have her own agency.
Holy shit! It's fucking it's me and Tanya'S in the beginning of it. Very cool, very epic, very epic.
But she comes from a background of her father abused her, her previous husband abused her. She's not had the greatest relationships.
What the fuck? What the fuck? This is a huge YouTube channel. 1.2k subscribers. What the fuck? Okay, listen, guys. I'm actually mogged. Wow. Okay. Full transparency. I haven't watched a single fucking minute of this. I haven't watched a single second of this fucking video. I was completely unaware that I was completely unaware that I seemed to be the fucking focus of it for the first fucking 2 minutes. By the great, Tanya'S ex actually mogs me in subscribers. That is actually, fuck me. That is horrific. Wow.
I fled from my ex because I was stupid enough to stay as long as I did, but I knew deep down that I was with the wrong person. All I really was missing was that little extra push from an outside source. And just like that, I was gone within just a few weeks. I think I got over him in the first 3 years of our relationship. But I stayed with him for 10 more. And he didn't even do anything. Well, that's actually pretty accurate. He didn't do anything. That was the problem. He didn't do enough.
What? Okay, so her previous relationship she was in a abusive relationship, and she's admitting on camera right here directly that an outside source was the one that gave her the push to get out of that relationship. And now you're in another relationship that maybe isn't as abusive as the last one, but it is abusive.
Oh. Well, shit.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. This is so... Dude, this is so fucking like 2009 coded. Oh my god. Like everything from like the overly try-hard cringe edgelord username, the fucking still image, fucking oh my god, all of it, and like oh well, this is okay. I bet, you know, he's thinking like, oh well, shit, I guess a lot's happened, and then he's gonna be like, okay guys, let's dive right into this. Okay, the Great Exposure would expose again. He's gonna say some bullshit like that. I'm telling you right now. Performative sigh. That's another one off the checklist.
All right, let's fucking do this.
Yeah. Fucking called it instantly. Okay, let's fucking do this. Like the fuck. God, this reminds Angry Joe. This reminds me of early Angry fucking Joe. This like. Well, this is the one you've all been waiting for, guys. The worst games of 2010. It's like, down, wow, 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 wow. I hope there's an intro song. Please let there be an intro song to truly fucking bring in a home fucking run.
So yeah, as you...
Okay, a bit short, a bit of actually incredibly short. You know what? But we got it on 1.3. Let's crank it back down to just 1 time speed for the moment. Let's see. Let's do another review
All right.
of this intro.
Let's fucking do this.
All right, let's actually do a break by break play of that. So we need to slow that down to like fucking 0.25. Right, okay. Right, so we've got the word exposed flashing in red a lot, and then we've got like a noose and some graveyard tombs. But what the fuck is that one say? Oh my god. Butthurt report for, oh my god. Holy fucking shit. What in the fucking early fucking 4chan fucking bullshit is, oh my god, this is so fucking try hard. It's unbelievable. This is absolutely fucking, mate, I love this. You know what? He's won me over so far. This is epic. This is a really sick intro. This is really cool. I was hoping for more of like an intro song, to be honest. It seems very short, but you know, we'll take what we can get, I guess.
So yeah, as you clearly just saw, I've been indirectly pulled into this massive drama that's been going on with my ex-girlfriend and her now wife-husband, known online as Firebat. No, not that Firebat.
Oh my god, everything about this is so fucking like late noughties, early 2010s coded. Even down just the way it says, no, not this Firebat, this Firebat. Like, oh my god, I don't know how to explain it, right? You just had to be there. I know I sound like a fucking uncle right now saying, you just had to be there. You just had to be there. I can't give you an example, but even this sort of shit was so prevalent. Like, I get, oh my fucking god.
This Firebat. And keep in mind, this is about the 896th YouTube channel he started because he tends to delete accounts when internet scrutiny gets too hot for him, even though he claims to not care about what the so-called trolls have to say.
The lie detector test determined
That's a lie.
That was a lie.
However, I'm actually going to try to keep any remaining mentions/shots of him to a minimum from this point on in the video, because there's plenty of other people on YouTube who are already milking the shit out of this lolcow, and I would only just be repeating things they've already said. Plus, I don't particularly like standing in line to get my turn at an already crowded milking station, unless I can offer significant insight that nobody else is mentioning, and I prefer going after fresh victims with fresh material. Also, most of the things I know about...
Great comments in the chat from both More to Merrier. Also, hello JG3, and hello Maymo, I hope you're both doing well. But like, look, fucking... More to Merrier says, in quotes, I've been pulled into Firebat drama. No, you weren't. No one knew who you were before you showed yourself. Very true. And then Dark Kylie says, he pulled himself into this. Tanya never named it directly. No one knew who the fuck he was before this. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, fucking... Like, no, you went out of your way to fucking be like, hey guys, it's me, Tanya's abusive ex. I'm the one she's referencing. If you just shut the fuck up, no one will know who the fuck you are. But you... And all this talk about, hey, I don't want to fucking get involved, okay? Like, I'm above all this shit, okay? Like, blah, blah, blah. Well, you clearly fucking did want to get involved because you've now made yourself fucking aware. You've waded in fucking waist deep on your own volition.
Firebat, I got secondhand from all the channels that have covered him, whereas this video's main target, I have profound intimate knowledge of. Which leads me to the subject of this video, my ex, Tanya. You know, it's funny. There were a few times during our relationship where she displayed such staggering stupidity and or toxicity that pissed me off so much that I actually did threaten to make a video exposing said stupidity and or toxicity to...
Jesus Christ, again, what is with these? What in the fuck is in the water in fucking Washington? What is in the fucking water that seems to just breed these absolute fucking wretched fucking absolute speds? Like, why the fuck would you break up with your bird and then you're like, wow, now I might do an expose video. Like, before the Firebat shit, no one knew who the fuck any of you people were. You were in the wings going, I'm gonna make an exposed Vey video. Like, how the fuck is that the first thing that all these fucking people jump to?
Despite us being in a relationship, because as I've said numerous times since this channel's inception, I'm an equal opportunity exposure artist. It doesn't matter what kind of relationship I have with you, whether it be close, associative, or none. All who are deserving can get this work. However, cooler heads would eventually...
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's such a cliche. Holy fucking shit. Oh, I'll get exposed by the great exposer. It is me, the light bringer. Like, fucking, holy shit. This is the exact sort of fucking... Kiddies, before YouTube was confirmed to be the spot that everyone was going to hang around in, there were multiple websites. Because people were still fucking settling on what platform to go on. This guy would have fit right the fuck in on that guywiththeglasses.com. Holy fucking shit.
prevail, so I never did make any such video. But now that she's gotten herself roped in with a mentally ill, supposed and alleged serial abuser who can't help but show their entire mentally ill life on the internet for the Hungry Shark drama channels to sink their teeth into, she actually had to make a video of her own on the subject, which I'll dissect some of later on. Because of all of this, I actually ended up getting brought into the drama both indirectly and now even directly. So now my hand has been forced, and I actually don't have much of a choice but to address her nonsensical bullshit behavior, because I feel like I have to clear my...
PBM producer says, shout out Dailymotion. Hell yeah, shout out Dailymotion. Dailymotion is shit these days, but Dailymotion used to be well good. I remember like I remember watching a lot of bootleg, like fucking SpongeBob episodes on Dailymotion with the subtitles in either Russian or Chinese.
My name a little bit and correct some of the bullshit that some of these drama channels have been perpetuating. Namely that I was some monstrous constant abuser and that Tanya is an innocent victim, both in our relationship and in her current marriage. Now let me start off by saying this. Despite all of the various and copious shit flinging I'll no doubt end up doing to Tanya in this video, I don't think she's a complete and utter garbage pile of a human being. In fact, despite her horrifically toxic tendencies and traits, she has quite a lot of good qualities in her too. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I was with her for nearly 13 and a half years, so I must have gotten some enjoyable experiences from being with her. In fact, she's even been featured in a few of my videos on this channel. However, to hear her tell it now, she doesn't feel the same way about me, but trust me, we'll get into that revisionist horseshit later. Moving on to her traumatic upbringing.
Is it what? Okay. what a Jesus Christ, what a fucking segue that is. But like, is it revisionist, or is it just more she didn't have the confidence to speak out while she was trapped in a relationship with you, and now that she's got away from you, she feels more confident to be able to speak about what the fuck you did to her? Food for thought.
Her childhood trauma was not her fault in any way. Her mother essentially abandoned her at age 3, leaving her in the care of her two-faced, backstabbing, narcissistic, mentally and physically abusive, serial adultery-committing father. The incident she referenced in her video where she was pinned to the ground and strangled, that was his bitch-made ass. Not to mention the regular verbal abuse she got from her second stepmom, who herself was a narcissistic, disgusting, morbidly obese, sloppy sweat hog. Her and Tanya's dad...
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Calm the fuck down. My God. Fucking hell. Calm the fuck down. It's just great how at the beginning, this fucking great exposer loser is like, yeah, I'm not going to go into Firebat. That's already been covered. Let me go after the fucking victim of Firebat. Here's every fucking shitty thing about Tanya'S life while I just absolutely fucking mock the shit out of her family. Like, calm the fucking head down. Calm down. Jesus Christ. Saturday Supergirl says, imagine being this upset about these objectively worthless people, Lamau. Yeah, exactly. Fucking exactly. This is crazy. Also, wow, speaking of crazy, let's have another fucking shot of vodka, shall we? Let me just fucking crack open another can of Coca-Cola. Saturday Supergirl says, you can see how this guy resorts to putting knives on people. Yeah, exactly. If they're this fucking constantly pissed off all the fucking time, I'm not surprised they maybe have difficulties fucking keeping their emotions in check. Like, holy shit. Cheers, guys.
Dad would even regularly team up in mentally abusing Tanya. So yeah, she didn't have the best upbringing, and she deserves not one shred of blame for that. However, what is her fault, and where any and all sympathy and or empathy I have for her ends, is her incessant need to weaponize her trauma and use it as a security shield to justify her shitty and toxic behaviors that she subjected me to, and I have no doubt she's also likely subjecting Firebat to, although probably to a less...
Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Wow. Okay, so all that stuff at the start then was just complete bullshit to try and seem like, hey guys, I'm on your side when it comes to Firebat stuff as well. Because we're now 7 minutes in, and we've already got a preemptive fucking Firebat defense. God, this is just like when that fucking previous video came out, and Firebat jumped in, was like, oh my God, I can't believe that Tanya did that to fucking the Great Exposer. Like, why are these two fucking freaks like trying to fucking like bond over their quote unquote abuse from Tanya together? Like, what the fuck is this?
Lesser degree than me based on the instances that have been documented by all these Firebat incineration videos. And regarding that, just as a side note, it's come to my attention that Firebat seems to get very sensitive and butthurt whenever Tanya corrects him on things he does wrong or things he says that are wrong. That's awfully funny considering that in mine and Tanya's relationship, the dynamic was the exact opposite. I was the one having to regularly correct things that she would say that were incorrect and would occasionally offer criticism regarding any questionable...
Oh my God, you just know. Oh my God, you just know. You just know it was over the most pettiest things. This fucking guy was definitely one of those, actually, you know, fucking pushing the glass up the nose, actually, fucking holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
Behavior she would engage in, and no matter how gently I tried to relay those corrections and criticisms, even sometimes in a joking manner, she would get super sensitive and butthurt and lash out at me, which led to a good number of our arguments. So
this is literally the exact, this is literally verbatim what fucking Firebat says. This is the exact same argument that Firebat has made. Holy shit. Dark Kylie says, this is so unbelievably unnecessary. Yeah, I know, like, what the fuck is the point of this?
So I consider it delicious karmic retribution that she now regularly has to go through the same wretched bullshit she regularly subjected me to. Trust.
Wow, that's really mature and not incredibly petty and fucking grim.
And fucking believe that this ain't gonna be the first victory lap I do in this video, so y'all better prepare and get used to it now. Anyways, her foundationally traumatic toxic behavior got so bad over the last 2 years of our relationship that I tried desperately to get her to go to therapy, but she fought me tooth and nail every step of the way, coming up with all manner of excuses. She would say that therapy was too expensive, while not only having a seemingly free health insurance plan, but also having roughly $30,000 in savings. She would say that she already tried to go to therapy, but it didn't work, so it was a waste of time, even though she had only done it for about 4 months tops and happened to have a mediocre therapist. But yeah, let's just throw the baby out with the bathwater and not even bother trying again and try to get a better therapist. And then came the worst excuse of all, the old chestnut of, well, I'll only go to therapy if you go too. Considering that I was not the one regularly engaging in toxic behavior, to which she herself would later admit to in an email she sent to me after our breakup, this...
Right, I'm sorry, flip it back on you. You fucking need to go to therapy, bud. I think every single person on this planet should go to therapy. I have gone to therapy many times. Therapy is fucking great. Everyone should go to therapy. You have so much bitterness and fucking anger. You have so much bitterness and anger. You need to go to therapy as well, my friend. Fucking hell. And also this whole, I'm not the one that needs to fucking go. You need to go. Why can't you both go? I think that's a valid thing to say from Tanya. Oh no, because I don't need it. It's you that needs it. So the exact same arguments that Tanya's making about how she doesn't need it, you're now going to flip it back on her? That's bullshit.
This demand was completely outrageous and utterly infuriating.
What's up, Duckbringer? Duckbringer says, Tanya really picks winners, doesn't she? I know, fucking holy shit. Sunday Girl says, I've seen this guy, he ain't doing any laps, Lamau. And then Mortimeria says, Tanya is such an abusive bitch for being cautious to pull from her savings. Yeah, I know, it's fucking the gall of this guy.
By her own admission, she was the instigator in about 90% of the conflicts we had in the relationship. So I'll be goddamned if she or any other outside observer for that matter is going to try to make it seem like I'm a significant part of the problem in any fucking capacity. Nope, not fucking happening. Now, I already know what the ready-made response from her and some of the other channels that are aware of all this will come at me with. Oh, you held her to the wall and punched a hole in said wall. Oh, you threatened her with a knife on 2 separate occasions. Yep, sure fucking did. After...
We're going to replay that. We're going to replay it. We are replaying
They're aware of all this will come at me with. Oh, you held her to the wall and punched a hole in said wall. Oh, you threatened her with a knife on 2 separate occasions. Yep, sure fucking did.
Right, what the fuck? There is no fucking... What fucking defense are you going to have for that behavior? I don't give a shit. Unless she was coming at you with a knife herself, or she'd been relentlessly beating the shit out of you, there is no fucking defense on this planet that is going to excuse this. Oh my god, this is about to be some absolute bullshit.
After roughly half an hour to 45 minutes of my patience being completely depleted, and after multiple attempts of trying to disengage in order to prevent things like that from happening to begin.
Oh, right, okay, so we're going to rerun that as well. What the fuck are you on about?
Sure fucking did. After roughly half an hour to 45 minutes of my patience being completely depleted, and after multiple attempts of trying to disengage in order to prevent things like that from happening to begin with.
What? 40? Okay, so this is a very fucking cryptic way of saying 45 minutes my patience depleted. AK, what? You had a fucking domestic spat for 45 minutes and she was upsetting you? You didn't mention that she attacked you. There was no violence. So basically, she was pissing you off. She was, I don't know. I guess the Great Exposed would perceive. I'm not going to call this guy the Great Exposed. Nothing fucking great about him. Let's just call him the pissed off weirdo, right? The pissed one over here, right? Was sick of this bitch's nagging or whatever. So resorts to punching a wall and pulling a knife. Like, how is that a fucking defense?
With. The thing is, one of the worst toxic traits she had was her not allowing me to disengage when pushed to my limits and insisting that arguments continue, which that's...
Walk away, leave the house, go for a walk, go to a bar, drive your car, go shopping, do anything. That there is never an excuse to get physically violent with somebody because you dislike the words they are saying. Words are words. There is never... Listen, okay, I'm not a fucking saint, okay? Sure, I've had a fucking few fist fights in my life and someone's been talking shit, but that's a very different, outside the pub or whatever, that's a very different situation to putting a knife on your fucking girlfriend because you had an argument. This is not a defense.
Self was born from childhood trauma because her father would always walk away and disengage from even the most minor of arguments with his girlfriends/wives, and in many cases would even go into the vagina of another woman. So I guess in her brain that's...
What?
Trauma because her father would always walk away and disengage from even the most minor of arguments with his girlfriends/wives, and in many cases would even go into the vagina of another woman. So I guess in her...
Well, I mean, the walking away... I mean, obviously the cheating bit's not good, but the walking away thing's very sensible to do. That's what you should do in this situation. How are you trying to spin walking away with cooler heads prevailing as a bad thing here?
Brain, that's what she thought I was likely going to do. But then again, maybe that wasn't her line of thinking at all, because one of these instances, the first knife threat to be exact, involved her...
The first knife threat? So there's multiple? Oh my god.
Preventing me from going to sleep in order to disengage and come back to the situation with a clear and sound mind. Purposefully depriving somebody of sleep isn't just toxic, it's actually considered a form of torture.
Oh my fucking god. Yo, this fucking bitch wouldn't let me go to fucking sleep, so I pulled a knife on her. But I'm the real victim, okay, guys? She was mentally torturing me. Yo, what a fucking crybaby. My god.
So yes, I'm going to ruthlessly and viciously stamp that shit out. And considering that the knife didn't even remotely touch her, I was...
This is the most insane fucking cope I've ever fucking heard. What are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about?
I was actually several feet from her when the knife came out, and I immediately put the knife away once I got the result I wanted in instilling the fear of God into her as consequence.
I'm gonna have a drink. Wow. Okay. Let's just process what's really just been said there. So your defense is, oh well, I didn't actually fucking go near the knife, but like I managed to scare that bitch into silence so I could go to sleep. That's your defense here? That's your defense? Yeah, I scared this woman so much she shut the fuck up. How is that your line of argument? How is that your fucking argument right now? Oh my god. Cheers, people. Fuck me. The worst part about this video is I'm pretty sure I've read some of the comments. I'm pretty sure the comments of this video are like overwhelmingly positive. Who the fuck are who are these fucking sycophants that think, yeah, this is all justifiable epic behavior? Like, what the fuck? South Tower 48 sounds exactly like Bat when he tries to justify headbutting and punching Tanya. Exact same arguments. These people need to be in fucking mental institutions or prison ASAP. Exactly. JG3 says, I think Tanya needs to stay single. She has a very dangerous taste in men. Unfortunately so. And then Saddam Supergirl says, once I got the hand over the money, I put the gun away. Yeah, that's literally the kind of like, what is this logic right now? Oh my god, you committed a crime. You threatened someone with a knife to get something from them or to get something to change. You committed a crime. It doesn't matter you didn't touch him. Even just brandishing a knife, you committed menacing and assault.
For her horrid actions, I don't give a solitary fuck what anybody has to say regarding my method of fighting back against profound fucking abuse. Call it a crazy ass.
Oh my god, yeah. How the fuck can you pull a knife on your girlfriend because you didn't like the fact that she was arguing with you, and then you try to claim, guys, I was just standing up to my abuser. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Escalation, call it dangerously unhinged, call it a grilled cheese sandwich for all the fuck I care. It got the job done. It put an end to physical and mental torture with a slightly mentally traumatic response. So I'd say things about evened out. Her justification for subjecting me to sleep deprivation was the fact that she was incapable of going to sleep angry. Well, guess what?
Dude, sleep deprivation. You're such a fucking bait. Sleep deprivation. You said this argument lasted, what, 30 minutes to 45 minutes? Wow, let's just say the argument started right before they would usually go to bed, just to be charitable, right? Oh wow, you poor baby. You were kept awake for less than an extra fucking hour. That is not sleep deprivation. If she had, I don't know, somehow managed to force you to stay awake for 2 days fucking straight, then sure, it still wouldn't excuse it, but I could slightly see what you're trying to argue here. But like, you said yourself, it was 45 minutes into a fucking argument. Sleep deprivation did not come into this fucking equation at all. You're out of your goddamn fucking mind.
Too fucking bad, because not only can I go to sleep angry, that negative emotion drains my energy and helps me get to sleep faster. Her not being able to go to sleep angry wasn't my problem. That was her problem. The whole never go to sleep angry relationship/marriage advice is an utter crock of shit and isn't congruent to how real life works.
I completely disagree with that. Because it builds resentment over the long term, because usually things don't get addressed in the morning, and you just get petty grievances and aggression. You are so full of shit. Right, I need to go for a piss. I will mute my microphone, but I'll keep the video playing.
I'm not about to stay up late into the early morning hours to resolve a likely stupid-ass relationship conflict that I in all likelihood didn't even fucking start to begin with, okay? I got other shit I gotta do and bills I gotta pay. I'll come back to it the next fucking day when my mind is well-rested, recharged, and recertified to re-engage in fuck shit. Take a sleep aid, watch a boring video, count sheep. I don't give a fuck what you have to do on your end to fall asleep. Just do it and leave me the fuck alone. If it's that much of an issue for you, maybe perhaps don't continue to push and double down on the idiocy that you're openly espousing in the toxic manner in which you're espousing it. Shitty actions and behaviors have consequences and repercussions, but she thought she was entitled to be above those due to her own unresolved weaponized traumas. Now I'm sure by now you're all saying, dude, you could have just left. Why the fuck didn't you just leave? Well, it's funny that you hypothetically mentioned that, outside observer over the internet, because that's the perfect segue into the second knife threat, which happened many years after the first, might I add, which...
All right. One, this person should be in a facility. This person should not be walking the fucking streets. He sounds like a deranged schizo. I lock him up, for one. Two, again with the sleep deprivation angle is such bullshit. I can't get over it. So Miss Miguel says, I'm sure this guy is angry all the time. No wonder he can sleep. I'm like, yeah, true. Far Flight, says, sleep deprivation as torture is an act that takes place over multiple days. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we're going to get into another second knife threat. A statement you should not be able to make in your life. There should be no singular knife threat, not a second one as well.
Shows a clear effort to try to prevent something like that from happening again, because I did feel bad that something would get me to that point, regardless of it being justified or not. Once again, we were involved in a bitter and intense fight that I once again tried to disengage from, this time by actually leaving. I packed a small overnight bag so I could spend the night at a hotel, and considering the only car we had at the time was hers, I had to walk there, which I was more than okay with regardless of how far it was. I just needed to get the fuck away from her. However, this time, not only did she try to block the door to prevent
JG3, I believe this person's in their mid-30s to early 40s.
Me from leaving, to wit, I had to physically grab her, pick her up, and forcefully move her out of the way. But once I was able to get out of the apartment, this psychotic bitch followed me all the way out past the entrance of the apartment complex, despite me telling her multiple times to get away from me, even going so far as to scream it as loud as I could to potentially draw the attention of other apartment residents and hopefully embarrass her enough to let me fucking leave. Nothing worked, and she continued to follow me. So you know what I had to do as a last desperate resort? I had to pull out my pocket knife and tell her, this is your final warning, get the fuck away from me now! So yeah, when you...
just casually admitted to another serious crime, a felony, if you will. And just, did you hear the anger, the shouting there? Like, holy fucking shit. Like, the following thing, not great, okay? You know, but like, again, does it warrant any of this shit? Not at all. And I just really do feel like there must be so much details that are being missed out here. There is no way all this is stemming from just a minor argument. There must be something fucking larger at play here. There has to be. I refuse to believe it went down the way he's fucking just saying it did. I do not believe it for a second.
You've been figuratively backed into a corner after trying everything possible to escape and disengage from an extremely toxic situation. What the fuck else are you supposed to do? What? Call the cops? That would require me to continue to stay in the area and situation that I'm trying to get away and disengage from, for them to arrive so I can make a statement, thus defeating the purpose and only further increasing the chances of an even worse escalation. Basically, in hindsight, this second incident actually ended up vindicating me in regards to the first incident.
No, it fucking did. Trust me, bub. It definitely fucking did not. This is such a Lulu thinking right now. Fuck me. Farflight says, let me leave doesn't describe her physically impeding him leaving whatsoever. Yeah, exactly. So Miss Miguel says, the TGE was jumping over spike pits and Tanya was just floating down. Fucking hell. This is just crazy.
Because even trying to leave and walk away wouldn't have fucking worked. Also, just to make things crystal fucking clear, me threatening her with a knife doesn't mean I actually physically held a knife to her. Anybody thinking, saying, or implying that I did that have no fucking clue what they're to her.
Damn.
Anybody threatening her with a knife doesn't mean I actually physically held a knife to her. Anybody thinking...
Well, if you brandish a knife in someone's direction, that is by definition holding a knife to somebody. Like, imagine I've got a knife right now in my hand and I point it at the camera. Okay, I am technically holding a knife to the camera. Even if I'm far away, I'm holding a knife to the camera. Like, this is an attempt such weasel word fucking semantics. It doesn't matter. Just because you didn't have the fucking cold steel pressed to your neck or whatever the fuck, it doesn't change the severity of the situation.
Saying or implying that I did that have no fucking clue what they're talking about, because that never fucking happened. And if Tanya has any integrity left, she'll tell you that specific form of knife threat never happened. As far as the incident where I punched a hole in the wall, I don't remember the exact details that led to that, as too much time has passed. But
Oh, you don't remember the details for that one. Oh, I can fill the details in for you. You did something horrific. You overreacted like a big bitch, but you have no way of spinning that at all. Even your current spinning of the arguments, whatever, has been atrocious. But even you have the fucking insight to realize that you have no chance of spinning that situation at all. So now you conveniently forgot the details of that one. There you go. Fix that for you.
What I will say is that, like all the other bad incidents, it happened after a significant amount of time had passed and all patience had been completely depleted due to too much exposure to her toxic behavior. Now, I'll admit that despite the tremendous amount of patience I displayed before either trying to disengage or flat out blowing up, one of the factors that led to these really bad outbursts of mine was my own.
Oh, so can I just say, this may be me being incredibly I'm looking way too hard into this and being way too woke, whatever. Can I just say it's a bitch, in my opinion, and I could be just being way too fucking sensitive here, I do think it's incredibly bizarre that the game they chose to be the gameplay over their alongside their commentary while they're talking about all this stuff is one of the most violent video games I think I've seen. Like, it's just non-stop, like, fucking go, beating the shit out of people brutally and shooting them up. You know, like, maybe that's just me being overly woke with it, but it just seems a very odd choice of gameplay to use when you're describing being physical towards your girlfriend on multiple occasions.
PTSD from both upbringing and my experiences in the Army, which included a 9-month combat deployment to Iraq. Now, I can already hear the rejoinder now. You're such a piece of shit for using your PTSD mental issue to justify your shit actions and behaviors.
Mate, who the fuck is the rejoinder? Is this like the Melvin the Joker to the Nostalgia Critic fucking thing going on? Who the fuck is the rejoinder?
Mental issues are nobody's problem but yours. You can't claim PTSD in a legal situation. Okay. At initial face value, I do agree with that, especially when it comes to the PTSD issues of aggressors like how Tanya was with me and how Firebat seemingly is with her. However, I'm going to give some context-specific pushback on this. We're not talking about an extreme situation like a PTSD-afflicted combat veteran hearing a loud noise, which triggers them into a psychotic episode and causes them to shoot people. So trying to use a situation like that for comparison is invalid. And even if this type of situation was being discussed and compared, there is a legal defense for that. It's called not guilty by reason of insanity. It doesn't guarantee complete absolvement of accountability, but courts can and do take these things into account if the evidence substantiates it. Tanya was very much aware of my issues. Hell, she even witnessed me have a 1,000-yard stare moment on a Skype call during my deployment. So here we have a situation where a person knows full well that their significant other has the potential to be triggered and commit potentially violent outbursts when pushed too far, yet they still go out of their way to weaponize their own PTSD.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is that how does having an argument, how would having a domestic argument with your wife, or sorry, girlfriend, how would that translate? How the fuck does that how does that translate to PTSD you got from serving in in Iraq? How do the two correlate? There's no relation to them. There's no similarity in situations. There's no really in the fucking moment, unless I don't know a member of fucking Al Qaeda fucking trapped you in a room and then had an argument with you for 45 fucking minutes. I'm not really sure where the correlation is here.
PTSD in an effort to purposefully trigger their significant other because deep down, the aggressor secretly enjoys engaging in toxic behavior and is such a slave to consistently going on their own emotional roller coaster that
All right, let's read out this, I'm sure, epic post from Tanya. So, this is supposed defense of, this is like, it's like in court, this is to sort of prove Tanya's character. So, Tanya posted on Reddit, I will take any music source. I will take any music source. What I'm looking for is a song about a girl singing to a guy about how she won't miss him, but will miss what they had. She mourns the loss of the dynamic of the relationship, but not the loss of him. Now for the twist, the things she'll miss the most, how vicious, angry their fights were. Not so much the love portion, and then a bunch of who the possible artist match could be. Yeah, but that's just like expelling emotions and grieving and working through problems with music. What the fuck? How is this? I don't think that proves she's toxic. It just proves that she wants a way just to express her anger. Like, this is a fucking reach. This is the biggest reach of all time. What the fuck are you on about?
They even relish in experiencing negative emotions. Violent outbursts that are the result of shit like that? I'm going to go ahead and refer you to the policy and protocol of FAFO. Fuck around and find out. If I tell you that the stove is on and it's hot, you defiantly blow me off, you make a purposeful and deliberate effort to walk over and touch it, and you wind up burning the shit out of your hand, you don't get to cry, you don't get to play victim, and outside observers with...
No, this is more like the fucking the fucking pan is hot. The pan is hot because you've turned it on, and you keep wanting, this is like the pan is hot, right? The pan is hot. And you keep going over and trying to turn the fucking pan off, despite the fact the other person wants to cook up some chicken, right? And they keep saying, stop fucking turning off the fucking pan. And then in response, you go, oh, fuck you then. And then you beat the shit out of them with the pan and throw the chicken on them. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Somebody said, is Tanya asking for a song that she has not heard and wants recommendations? Or is this a song on the radio she heard before? I think it's the latter because she mentioned artist names, possible artist names. I think it's a song she's heard before.
Little to no frame of reference, sure as shit don't get to chime in with, the stove shouldn't have even been on to begin with. The stove being on is nobody else's problem but yours. No, fuck that and fuck you. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. If I was the one initiating most of the toxicity, you'd all have a point in admonishing me for my actions. But I wasn't, so you don't. Don't like it? Too fucking bad. Perhaps people shouldn't continuously engage in bombarding somebody with toxic behavior when they know that person can be triggered into potentially violent outbursts as a means of defending themselves when they're not even allowed to escape and disengage from the situation. If you insist on playing stupid games, you can't be shocked or surprised when you win stupid prizes. Period. And another thing. All of these armchair internet psychologists and arbiters of mentally healthy human behavior, be very wary of them because in my experience, they are some of the most disingenuous and no significant life experience having people on the planet. And I guarantee you that most of them have some pretty massive skeletons in their closet which make them unqualified to judge anyone. They talk a big game right up until the point where shit hits the fan and covers their face in it.
Okay, again, I'm not really sure what that's supposed to prove. Like, I think everyone has skeletons in their closet. No one was without sin to get all religious, whatever the fuck. No one is completely 100% mentally fucking, crystal fucking clear. That's just every human being is flawed. I don't think that's really much of an argument. Mortimer says this is an awful video. I know. It's entertaining because this is a locale fucking spurge of the century. This is, but like it's just insane. It's insane that someone would sit down and record this and think it somehow makes them look good.
I don't care about the situational context. Threatening your partner with bodily harm isn't justified. It's never justifiable under any circumstance, ever. No, kiss my ass, bro, because you could.
What a fucking statement. Let's replay that one.
I don't care about the situational context. Threatening your partner with bodily harm isn't justified. It's never justifiable under any circumstance, ever. No, kiss my ass, bro.
I mean, one, a massive straw man, but two, every single situation that you've tried to defend is not justified. Again, unless they physically attack you first, or if they brandish a weapon on you first, if it's just words, then no, it's not justified, motherfucker. How are you having such a hard time of wrapping your head around this? This person needs to be in a fucking facility. Hey, Magic Man 85, how's it going? Good to see you tonight. And yes, this is Tanya'S ex. Holy shit, the video, you've missed so much of this video. It's been fucking mental. This person is off their fucking rocker. JG3 said before, I forgot to read it out, I do apologise. Not guilty by reason of insanity puts you in a mental hospital until you can be charged. Yeah, this person needs to be locked up.
Because you clearly don't live in the real fucking world. I'm not saying you have to feel good about it or be proud of it. Unless you're just a complete unfeeling psychopath, most people aren't going around feeling good and proud about physically threatening their partner. I'm also damn sure not saying that you should be threatening your partner just because, for little to no reason. But to say that it's never justified, even when you're left with little to no choice, not only is that complete fucking delusion that doesn't reflect how real life works, but that sort of mentality is what enables and emboldens people to engage in unprovoked and unwarranted toxicity with their romantic partners in the first place.
Dude, you're talking about you pulled a knife 45 minutes into a fucking verbal argument. What are you talking about? This is, oh my fucking Christ. Also, Cinemax Miguel says, the great exposer, more like the incredible sulk. That is funny. I like that one. Sorry, I just had a moment of like, it all just hit me, just how fucking crazy this fucking individual is. My God. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I don't think there is anything in the world that has ever, like, stuck with me for so long to still be angry to this level about it years later. Especially when, if it's something that I did, where I'm in the wrong.
And I won't fucking stand for it. Case in point, women using the utter horseshit societal standard and norm of, it's never okay to hit a woman.
Dude, this guy is such a fucking incel chud. It's unfucking believable. Holy fucking shit. Wow. This is like, okay, so now we're getting into like 2014, 2015. We're in the great exposer, more like fucking Gamergate fucking chud. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Oh my God. See, this is where it all really comes from. This is MGTOW, red pill, chud bullshit. That's where the anger's really coming from. It took a little while to truly bubble to the surface what we're really dealing with here. But now the mask is off. We're going all in. We're going all in. Fucking Foyds, am I right? Oh my God.
As a shield to physically abuse men because they know men are powerless to fight back in an equal manner. If a woman feels like she's man enough to violently and confrontationally put her hands on a man with no prior physical provocation, the equality that feminists screech about so damn much dictates...
Oh my God, this is so... Dude, how is this fucking guy such a fucking stereotype? Oh my God, I haven't... Dude, this is Kino. Not in the way he wants it to be, but this is nostalgic almost. I haven't... God, this we've evolved into like proper like 2015 territory shit now. Holy mother of God. Holy Christ. Also, what are you talking about? Again, in all the situations that you described, Tanya never got physical with you. Not once. So how the fuck is that related to, I don't know, the societal double standard that women can put their hands on men, but men can't do the same back to them? How is that related to your situation at all? This is a complete non sequitur fucking segue. Right? It reminds me, one second. It reminds me of this fucking guy. This is who it reminds me of. Oh, fuck. This fucking guy.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all we fucking know! Because we're boring! We're so fucking boring!
Like, how is this a real fucking person right now? Holy shit.
That she should get treated like a man and therefore become eligible to get the calcium furniture knocked out her ratchet, trifling mouth. It's funny to me how women bitch about the patriarchy so much when that stupid-ass societal norm was created by said patriarchy. Maybe if men en masse start aggressively pushing back hard on this infuriatingly unjust societal norm, maybe most of these...
Dude, how the fuck is this a video made in 2026? How is this a fucking video made in the year of our Lord 2026? How the fuck is this a current day video? Oh my god, the amount of fucking Gamergate fucking anti-SJW slop that used to be back on this website a fucking decade and more ago. It would fit in fucking perfectly. Like seamlessly. I can't believe this is fucking real. I can't believe this is real. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. I just skipped forward by mistake. Where were we?
By that, you're disingenuous and or delusional.
Well.
Because what is the foundation of every single romantic relationship? Extreme and intense emotions, meaning not just the good ones, folks, and unwarranted toxicity with their romantic partners, and these women will start acting like they have some damn sense and develop better emotional control. And by the way, yes, early in the cohabitation part of our relationship, Tanya did strike me out of anger without any physical provocation. Needless to say, I made it an extreme point that it wouldn't be in her best interest to do that again, and thankfully she got the message and never did. After all, most stable and normal people start to behave and move differently whenever they know there's massive consequences and repercussions at stake, and extreme behavioral modification through pain compliance is a pretty effective motivator.
What are these fucking... What the fuck is this? Like fucking... The CIA fucking handbook on how to fucking kind of break someone emotionally? What the fuck are you... What are you talking about? This is not normal human fucking thinking. This is the fucking... The thought process of a fucking psychopath. What are you talking about?
So yeah, guys, don't allow the wannabe healthy behavior police with their cringy armchair therapy language to get away with making you feel like a garbage human for fighting back against toxic abuse. Herb derb, two wrongs don't make...
Let's read some chat messages. Doug Bringer says, Firebat being an upgrade is crazy. Fucking A, it really is. Santa Supergirl says, shouldn't we be breaking bread with him though? Exactly, guys, it's not the fault of the right wing or the left wing. We've all just got to come together, guys. We've got to meet in the middle. You know, we've got to meet in the middle. PBM Pursuit says, men rise up. Yep, guys, my fellow bros, rise up against these fucking foids. Am I right? Dark Kylie says, develop better emotional control. You hold a knife out and punch the wall. True. And JG3 says he wants to hit women to make them behave. Yeah, that's quite literally what he's trying to say should be accepted by society.
Right. An eye for an eye and fight fire with fire. Two idioms that counteract and cancel out the one. So shut up. None of you are qualified to make any type of negative judgment of me in these matters, because I'd be willing to bet if y'all were in the same position that I was in, you'd make either the same or very similar decision I did, because the reality of the situation would have left you little to no other alternatives. If you deny that, you're disingenuous and or delusional, and as far as I'm concerned, you can eat a sick dick. And by sick, I don't mean size, I mean full-blown AIDS. Thank you, fuck you.
All right, thank you for fucking specifying that for us. I'm sure we already needed clarification that you didn't mean what. How is okay? I know this is compared to everything else. This is a fucking nothing burger. But like, who the fuck is when they're talking about a really big epic penis? Like, who's like, yo, that's a sick penis, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Who would hear the phrase "eat a sick dick" and then think you mean, oh yeah, sick as in cool? Like, that's just why is that? What? Why is that the first thing that comes to your fucking mind?
If you deny that, you're disingenuous and or delusional, and as far as I'm concerned, you can eat a sick dick. And by sick, I don't mean size, I mean full-blown AIDS. Thank you, fuck you, bye. Some of the toxic experiences I had with Tanya were so bad that...
Thank you, fuck you, bye. Guys, this guy is so epic and cool. I wish I guess... I wish when I grew up I could be as cool and epic as the Great Expose. Dark Kylie says this guy is so cool. JG3 says this guy is so cool. Yeah, I know, he's so epic, guys. Guys, we this is a. I can't even finish that fucking joke. I don't want to utter that fucking sentence into the world. Duckbringer says, "Hey Trough, sick penis, bro." Yo, thank you, Duckbringer. I'm glad you think it's pretty epic. And then Magic Mama 85 says, the great exposure, who hurt you? Was it mother? I bet it was mother. Yeah, this does come across as a lot of mummy issues, to be honest.
That not only am I surprised the police were never called by the neighbors, but I question whether or not I ever want to be in a serious relationship ever again, because I've concluded that
I get the feeling that I have a strong feeling that they have not, the individual has not had a single fucking crumb of pussy since Tanya left him. That is my that's my inkling. That is my inkling of intuition in this situation. I think that's where a lot of the angst coming from as well. I am positive because this guy is just so disgusting. I imagine this guy has had zero fucking play since then, and that's why he's so fucking bitter.
all, not a few, not some, all relationships are toxic on some level. Because what is the foundation of every single romantic relationship? Extreme and intense emotions, meaning not just the good ones, but the bad ones as well, which is where the toxicity is conceived and inevitably released. So yeah, all relationships carry some form of toxicity. It's just a matter of what degree and level it is. It could be low, mid, or high tier, but it's never zero. If I had to categorize the toxicity of mine and Tanya's relationship, it would be either high mid tier or low high tier. Based on
high mid tier or lower, high mid tier or low high tier. What the fuck does that? What, that is such a fucking convoluted way of fucking saying, yeah, it was pretty bad, but not the worst. Like, just fuck, shut the fuck up, man. This is so fucking tryhard. PBM Pasucha says, sounds like a teenager. Yeah, honestly, this is the sort of video that was made by the Gamergate crowd back in 2015, predominantly by like people aged between 17 and 21. You know, like this is pathetic. This is pathetic. Magic Man 85 says, it wasn't confirmed this was next to Tanya. He hasn't had pussy since pussy had him. But damn, there was really someone out there for everyone, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately so.
What I've heard and the limited observations I have of Tanya's and Firebat's relationship.
And then Son of Mr. Biggle says, absorbing negative emotions is not the job of a romantic partner. You are not someone's emotional punching bag. The great exposure sucks. Tanya isn't. This is my words, not this is Son of Mr. Biggle's words, not mine. Tanya's an idiot. Firebat should drop. I hope the state takes their kid. Harsh words. I agree on some points. I feel I'm not sure I'd go as far as to call Tanya an idiot, but I can see where you're coming from. Mortimeria says, I rate this abusive relationship as mid-tier. Not the most abusive, but somewhat. 6 out of 10 abuse level, could use a buff.
Relationship. It's definitely in the low-level high tier, possibly even mid-high tier. I can take solace in one thing, though. At no point during mine and Tanya's relationship did the police ever get involved in any capacity. Can't say the same for her.
The bar is truly in fucking hell. The bar is truly in fucking hell. Yeah, guys, yeah. You know, I fucking pulled a knife on my fucking girlfriend multiple times and punched the fucking wall right next to her head. But at least the fucking cops didn't get involved. Jesus Christ. Hey, fun fact. In every relationship I've ever had, I've never had a situation where the police got involved. And I've also never pulled a knife on any partners. I've never even punched a wall around any of my partners either. Crazy, I know.
Her relationship with Firebat, though. And if you're logically thinking that it was Firebat that got arrested, brace for shock impact, because it was actually Tanya that got arrested for 4th-degree assault during a domestic violence incident with Firebat, which shows and proves that she's not this put-upon innocent victim that y'all drama channels are making her out to be. That's not to say that
Okay, that's not a great look. Not a great look. Not a great look for Tanya. But given what Firebat has done, I feel there may be some extenuating circumstances there.
Firebat isn't guilty of his own many instances of initiated abuse, but it's certainly not as one-sided as y'all drama channels portray it to be. The major difference between my relationship with her and her relationship with him is that he seems to quickly and near instantly match her level of abusive aggression, and even a lot of the times be the initiator of abusive aggression. I rarely ever was the initiator per her own admission in the email I showed earlier, and in order for me to match and even sometimes exceed her level of aggression, she actually had to put in some...
Imagine 85 says, reactive abuse is a thing. It definitely is. And Dark Kylie says, because in Washington, at least one person just speak like that has to be arrested. This is also very true.
Work, as I seem to have much better emotional control than Firebat does. And you want to know what the funny part of her arrest was? From what I've heard, a condition of the assault charge getting dropped was court-mandated therapy and a psych meds prescription. The two very things she viciously fought against me trying to get her to do during the final 2 years of our relationship. I do believe there's a video clip for occasions like this.
Fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right.
I believe that's...
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, this guy is so fucking cringe. This guy is so fucking unbelievably fucking cringe. This guy is so unbelievably fucking cringe. It's actually fucking insane. Oh my god.
Victory lap number 2 if my scoreboard keeping is correct. Are you...
Oh, I actually fucking hate this person. There is literally zero redeeming qualities. I have never intensely... I am struggling to recall where a situation where I have just intensely disliked a person in every capacity so fucking quickly. This guy sucks in every single fucking way. Like, on every level. They're cringe, they're abusive, they're violent, they're vitriolic, they're bitter, they're a pussy, they're fucking cowardly, they're a wine baby man-child. Oh my god, dude. Get the fuck over yourself. Holy shit.
You're beginning to see who it is that karma wound up favoring in...
Yo, what's up? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're well. Yes, this is Tanya'S ex, indeed. This guy is fucking awful.
The end? Oh, sure, it seems like karma favored her. After all, she ended up getting married and starting a family while little old me ended up alone and single as French toast. The problem with that is that me being single has been one of the most peaceful time periods of my entire life and has substantially improved my mental health.
Yo, Billy B, how's it going? Hope you're well. This is Tanya'S ex. Oh my god, this is one of the most wretched fucking people that I've had the displeasure of having to listen to in my life. They are awful. They are awful. They're literally one of the worst fucking human beings I've ever had the displeasure of having to fucking listen to, fucking spit bile. Just, it's relentlessly fucking poor. God.
And even my physical health, as I have lost quite a bit of stress.
Oh, so this is... Oh, yeah, guys, it's been so great. Yeah, you know, I'm so glad that, like, I'm fucking alone and single and no one loves me. But I'm actually the winner here. Like, okay, dude, there's nothing wrong with being fucking single and all this shit. I don't subscribe to Firebat, so if you haven't got a partner, you're a loser, so fucking malarkey. But, like, there's just, again, it's just, oh my god, there's always got such fucking cope.
Stress and relationship weight since she left. Meanwhile, the chaos she has insisted on engulfing herself in has finally begun to catch up to her, which never happened during her time with me because I actually attempted to bring some structure into her life. Well, that, and I'm not a mentally ill trans attention whore that feels compelled to openly document my mentally ill behavior online for everybody to see. But hey, to each their own, right? Anyways, now that we've got all the backstory shit out of the way, I want to go through some of that 16-minute rather rambling video that she posted and offer my Tanya expertise commentary on some of the very noticeable aspects of it.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my fucking god, really? Oh man. Alright, well. Buckle in, folks, because this is going to be fucking AIDS. I'm pouring myself another drink for this one. Holy fucking shit. Also, I'm almost out of vodka. Fuck, I've got any vodka left. All right, actually, do I have any vodka left? Let me check. Oh yeah, I've got some of the Grey Goose left. I've got a splash of the Grey Goose, left. So we'll move on to the Grey Goose after this. I was going to save it, but fuck it, I'll just buy another bottle of Grey Goose. My dad wants to drink Grey Goose, but I'm sure my dad will be fine drinking the gin and the Gordon's gin, Johnny Walker and the Jamesons. Anyway, strap in, folks, because this is going to be fucking AIDS. And hello, Seska Plays, how you doing? Hi, Trough, I need to cover this insane shit, but I've been so busy. This video is fucking insane. It is unbelievably unhinged. Cheers to everyone that's just joined recently, and everyone that's been here from the beginning. Hope everyone is having a good time, in some ways. It's not being made easy by this fucker, but hey-ho.
I don't film myself, like, ever, but I'm going to use this time to clear up some allegations. And just so y'all know that I am not doing this under duress, I'm going to give you a quick peek at my apartment. There's my cat. Oh, and by duress, I mean like I'm completely alone and have been for about an hour, maybe an hour 15. So I live in a studio. That's why there's like nothing here. Oh look, a toilet. Oh look, it's the exit. And just so you guys know that nobody has got their ear leaning against
Billy B asks, why is he so bad? Trust me, when you hear him fucking talk, you'll
the
understand.
door. Here's the hallway. That was short and quick because I don't want to violate anybody else's privacy. I'm alone. I'm not under duress. I have a cat.
I also have a cat. Let me see if I can move the camera. 1 second. Hello. Oh, look, she's sleeping so peacefully. My cute little ubby. Aww. Oh. All right, let's put the camera back on me. All right, let's continue.
No? Oh, sometimes. So now that you know I'm completely alone and not doing this under any pressure, not been put up to this, and I could not possibly be under duress because I'm alone. Like, what could cause me stress at this point? Who am I addressing and why? There we go. I wrote several notes. Yes, they were pulled from ChatGPT, but I did not quote anything directly. I simply had them, it, whatever, generate a list of bullet points to get my very stark lack of speaking skills started. If you don't believe this is my handwriting, well, here's the rough draft. Here's the final draft. Why did I show that? It doesn't matter. I'm going to be talking about them anyway. Compared against handwriting from the hubby. Here we go. Take a good look. Our handwriting doesn't even match. I think it slants in the other direction to boot. Anyway, so I wrote those note cards myself. Just now, like 10 minutes ago, maybe less. So here we go. Without further ado.
None of this really proves anything. For all we know, Chris Chan Firebat Edition did in fact put her up to this and was basically like, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and step out, maybe go for a walk or something, so you can be alone and make it look like this video wasn't my idea. Not saying he did that, and for all we know, she could be telling the truth and could very well have made the video of her own free will, but her going out of her way to show that she was by herself while making the video and showing a handwriting comparison doesn't really prove anything, and is a complete waste of about 2.5 minutes of time. Not only that, but she stupidly partially doxed herself by showing her unit number.
Heartbreaking. The worst person you know made a good fucking point. Oh my god. I mean, yeah. Oh man, this is just gonna be fucking. This is. Oh god, I hate.
Come to my attention that the internet is beginning. Well, it's not come to my attention per se. It's more like I can no longer ignore the obvious. The internet is leaking into real life.
Then tell your retarded attention whore wife husband to stop posting every single solitary aspect of y'all's life on the internet. If him wouldn't do that, you wouldn't have to make any videos to address anything because there would be nothing to address. There's a multitude of reasons why he is being referred to as Chris Chan 2.0. The sound of his voice being similar, the trans aspect, some of the more disgusting aspects like shitting in the shower, but arguably the most obvious comparison of all is the shared profound lack of self-awareness and incessant need to document all of their retarded behavior on the internet. But then, you know quite a bit about a lack of self-awareness, don't you, Tanya? That and especially a lack of situational awareness. I seem to recall, just a couple of weeks before our relationship ended, we were on vacation in my home state of Ohio and we're at the Ohio State Fair. And you know how single-digit age toddlers will...
This fucking person would be from Ohio. Just saying, this person would be from Ohio. And the great
stare at something
is
that has caught their attention while continuing to walk in a direction they aren't looking at and potentially run into something or someone because they don't yet have the mental capacity for situational awareness. Well, this at the time early 30-year-old grown-ass tax-paying adult woman did that very thing and came very close to running into another couple had I not loudly told her to watch where she was going. It was so fucking embarrassing and it made me feel like I was parenting a child rather than being in a relationship with a grown woman. And guess what? Like clockwork, she got butthurt about it and lashed out at me for criticizing her in public. Well, that's awfully funny, Tanya, seeing as how you openly criticize Firebat on camera, live on the internet for other people to see, which absolutely qualifies.
No, that's not the same thing at all. That's not the same thing at all. Like, why are you so embarrassed? Like, okay, so your girlfriend was a bit absent-minded, was not paying attention where she was walking. Okay, everyone does that sometimes. It's not this great embarrassing thing. The couple didn't even give a shit. I was once on my fucking phone, wasn't looking what I was doing. I walked straight into a lamppost as a bus was pulling up at the bus stop, and everyone on the bus started laughing at me. That was embarrassing. But like, I got the fuck over it. I wouldn't then expect to get admonished for it by the friends around me. Like, why do you care so much?
As public criticism, and thus making you a fucking despicable hypocrite. Him being deserving of it or not is irrelevant, as that is the standard you tried to impose upon me. That's fucking victory lap number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Before I move on, I do actually want to go back to Firebat for a second and talk about his compulsion of being so open online. Look, I totally get the idea behind not giving a fuck what other people think, throwing caution to the wind, and just posting whatever on the internet. I get the philosophy of, well, most of the ammo y'all have to use against me is stuff I willingly gave you by openly posting it, so y'all basically are trying to shoot me with an unloaded gun. I can get behind that methodology. Hell, I've even used that methodology myself a few times. But there's fucking levels to it. 2 people trying to roast me for having a receding hairline and having a fuse box in my bedroom that they got from videos I openly posted online, all because I said one of them was a lying fraud and that the other was a pathetic grown-ass man that...
Ooh, I think that struck a nerve. That struck a nerve. that struck a nerve, didn't it? You've been holding on for that for a long time. People take the piss at your receding hairline. But the even funnier bit is the fucking... the even funnier bit is him getting pissed off because he obviously lives in a fucking shitty fucking flat, and he got bullied because the fucking fuse box is in his bedroom. And someone rage baits him hard enough over that he's still fucking getting frothing at the mouth, fucking reliving those fucking criticisms years later. That is fucking epic. Shout out to whoever fucking took the piss out of him for the fucking fuse box thing. That is great.
lived in his childhood home with his mom with no job is pretty fucking insignificant compared to openly admitting on camera to being into weird fetishes, or going back and forth on camera about whether or not you SA'd somebody, or violently arguing with your significant other live and in 4K. That's not somebody trying to fire an unloaded gun at you. That's you loading the gun your own damn self, giving it to somebody else, and allowing them to shoot you like a dog in the street with it. You will never in your life ever see me on a live stream in a shouting match with a girlfriend or wife. If I were to catch even the faintest...
No, you don't, but you won't do it on the stream, but you will make a 1 hour and 36 minute cope video where you fucking rage about your fucking ex the whole time. I don't think you can really fucking morally grandstand here, to be honest. You don't come across well at all. You don't come across as much as any better. In fact, you come across slightly worse here, to be honest.
Hint or whiff that something like that was about to happen, I'm not even going to mute the stream. I'm turning that motherfucker off immediately, because I have the discernment to know what kind of ammo I'm willing to give my online ops, and the ammo I will fiercely guard and keep to myself. Hell, I would even wager to bet that the self-admissions of the toxic retaliatory actions I use to fight back against toxic abuse aren't anywhere near the levels of the type of shit that Firebat has openly posted online.
No, I'd say they're all fucking morally deplorable. And I would also say, if the only way you can justify it is saying, well, it's not as bad as Firebat, you've already lost. You've already lost. You've already fucking lost. Like, the bar is in hell.
Moral of the story, have some fucking self and situational awareness and clear judgment about the shit you post on the internet. Don't be like FireChan. Anyways, I'm gonna fast forward a bit and skip the part where she talks about the high school classmate contacting her out of concern because of all the online chronicling of FireChew's fuckery, and where she, like Fire...
Worse than Firebat, are you insane? I didn't say, I don't recall saying... Alright, if I said worse than Firebat, I misspoke, but I don't think that's the point I was trying to make just then. I don't think that's the point I was trying to make.
Firebat also mispronounces Mr. Repzion's name by calling him Rep Zion. Wasn't aware that he was a representative of the Jewish agenda. Anyway...
Oh my fucking... What is that comment? What is that comment? What is that comment? Alright, sweet. We're now also gonna be... We're all now also going to be a bit anti-Semitic. That's cool. That's cool. That's epic.
This message is for anybody else who might be thinking about doing the same. This is the only video I will be posting on this topic, and anyone trying to dissuade me from my position will be immediately blocked. And here's why. I appreciate your concern, but I never asked for help. Yes, there have been moments caught on tape, camera, whatever, where we are not at our best. Well, I don't know about a perfect couple that's happy 100% of the time, do you? And who are they? I would love to meet these people. Not because I want to make fun of them, because I want to know what their secret is. No disagreements? Ever? Not even whisper matches. Well, that's what I said. That's not what I heard. I know there's people out there who don't yell. I know that. I'm not arguing that point. I'm looking for the perfect couple who never disagrees on anything. They're always on the same wavelength. They're always on board with what the other has to say. And there are never any problems in the relationship. Oh, wait. Psychology reports say actually agreeing with everything your partner says means you're holding yourself back because you're too afraid to rock the boat. Probably childhood trauma, if I had to guess what would cause something like that. I've tried that route because I too am afraid of rocking the boat. But as you can see, my self-control is weak. And I eventually turned the boat upside down entirely.
See, this is the stupidly disingenuous shit that she loved and apparently still loves to do that would always aggravate the fuck out of me. She would immediately delve into extreme exaggeration and hyperbole in order to justify or downplay her shit behavior. Oh, there's no such thing as a perfect couple, and every couple has disagreements, arguments, and fights. Nobody is fucking saying, nor has ever fucking said, that there exists a perfect relationship dynamic and structure, you fucking infantile idiot. No fucking
Yeah, but again, you're talking about, you cannot talk about jumping to extreme decisions and extreme arguments and extreme conclusions when your response to a 45-minute long argument on multiple occasions was to brandish a fucking knife and threaten them with violence if they didn't comply to your wishes. I'm sorry. You cannot fucking you cannot be the one that makes this argument.
shit couples have confrontational disagreements, arguments, and fights. As I said earlier, all relationships have some level of default toxicity in them, not only because of the foundation of intense emotions, but also because there is a power struggle dynamic behind the majority.
And also, as Dark Kylie rightly points out, you're a hypocrite, fucking the Incredible Sulk. You are making these same sort of Weasley worded, measly mouth bullshit fucking defenses of your own behaviour 20 minutes ago. This is just so contradictory.
Of said disagreements, arguments, and fights. However, just like with the discernment of what you share over the internet, there are fucking levels to it. Having the occasional shouting match is one thing. Having constant shouting matches that occasionally end up in physical altercations is something else entirely. Another major issue of hers is that not only does she tend to operate and conduct herself in extremes, but when it comes to nuance, she's either willfully ignorant of it at best or downright dismissive of it at worst. Prime example, she would always prioritize perspective over everything else and would constantly try to use the infamous color of the book lesson as her justification. For those who don't know...
Yes, Billy B. Yes, Billy B. This is the ex that on multiple occasions threatened Tanya with a knife. This is the individual.
What that is, it's a thought exercise meant to establish that people can see things differently based on their perspective and point of view. The idea is that a professor shows his class a book with a black-colored front cover and asks them to tell him what color the book is, which of course...
And just because you're late in the stream, just to clarify, that isn't like speculation or like, this isn't something we've construed from putting bits and pieces together. This is something that this individual, the Incredible Sulk, who calls herself the Great Exposer, copped to and then tried to endlessly defend for 20 minutes earlier on in this video.
First, they all say black, only for the professor to pull the rug out and show them the back cover, which happens to be red. She would constantly use that example, thinking she sounded so intelligent by referencing it. The issue that she could never comprehend is that particular lesson being complete and utter dog shit due to the factual nuance of it having to rely on blatant and purposeful deception in order to get the point across. All anybody would have to do to render that exercise worthless is to ask the same exact question, but this time hold the book up in a way that displays both covers at the same time. If you have to purposefully hide key pieces of information to attempt to make a point, your point is fucking worthless, and your arguments are built on a foundation of disingenuous shitbaggery.
No, it's the whole point of that is that you can't see the point of that is that you may not be seeing is that you can't even the point of that is that you can't imagine the fact that there's another side to it. You fucking moron. Way to miss the fucking forest for the trees, dickhead.
Better example that conveys the same perspective point is the is it a 6 or a 9 thought exercise. But even that has nuance to it that has the potential to
Hey, what about a 6-7 exercise? Am I right? 6-7. Sorry. Okay, I apologize. I'm feeling a little bit drunk now.
Undercut any perspective-based value. Is the number a reference to anything specific? Does there exist a correct standing placement that the
well, the real Kathy Doll, long time no see. What are you watching and why the video is hella loud? We are watching Tanya's ex coping and seething, and the video is loud because this is a very shouty individual. Well, turn the fucking volume down. I can't help the fact the volume is loud. It's a very loud video. The guy is a very shouty man. He's an incredibly shouty man. I mean, I guess I can see if there's any filters. No, it's just a loud guy. I can turn my microphone up so you can hear me better. So you can turn the... All right, I've turned my own microphone up. So now... I've turned my own microphone up, so now you can turn the overall video down a bit.
The number is supposed to be viewed from, etc. Yes, perspective has its place based on context and situations, but it does not now, nor will it ever take precedence over observable objective facts. I explained and outlined that to her multiple times, yet due to yet another one of her terrible traits, that being her inability to listen and seemingly retain information, she always thought that I held the belief that perspectives don't exist and life only has black and white facts. No, nope, didn't say that, have never said that, not one fucking time. And she's very much aware of and admits to having poor listening skills, yet this bitch had the audacity to regularly tell me that I suck at communicating. In what fucking world does somebody who has self-admitted bad listening skills think they're in any way qualified to judge anybody else's communication skills? That's like a sentient talking pile of shit saying that a field of roses smells like skunk spray. This is a new level of retardation where she actually shows significant levels of self-awareness, but yet she ignores it and fucking acts stupid anyways. I've never encountered that type of beshitted phenomenon before I met her, and I hope to fucking raptor Jesus that I never encounter it again, because shit like that makes me wish that the purge was a real thing, because a person like that shouldn't fucking exist to be
Alright, we're just fantasizing about murdering our ex-partner, basically. Very cool, very epic.
able to steal precious oxygen. So, self-admitted terrible listening and information retention skills, plus inability to understand basic fucking nuance, equals her brain operating in extremes in such a way that she fabricated something that she claims that I said or believe that I never fucking said or espoused in any way. Again, I said that while perspective has its time and place, it doesn't supersede objective facts and observable reality. And she took that to mean perspectives don't exist, just facts and reality. This is why I always held the belief that while she may be book smart, she's life retarded. Here's yet another example of her brain operating in extremes, and unfortunately, she's far from the only woman on this planet that lives by this stupidity.
Why did we need to just... great, we're just gonna just throw in... Just throw in another sexist comment just for the fucking sake of it. This is a really... This guy's really fucking cool and epic. We're gonna go and ask, is this the white trash guy? Yeah, this is the guy that pulled the knife on Tanya. This is the guy that fucking... has the receding hairline and a fuse box in their bedroom and was rage-based bad. It's like a fucking far-right fucking chud kind of guy. Yeah, this guy sucks.
The old chestnut of, if you can't handle me at my worst, you damn sure don't deserve me at my best. I had to hear that garbage from her constantly, usually as a means of dismissing her own shitbag behavior. Okay, I'ma chokeslam this stupid bullshit into a casket, weld the fucking lid shut, and send that shit packing 6 feet into the fucking earth where it belongs once and for all. Let's dissect this infamous quote, shall we? First of all, while the true source of the quote is unknown, you know who is often credited with coining that fucktarded quote? Marilyn Monroe. Again, it's not confirmed that she created the saying, but since we don't have any specific confirmation of who did, let's go ahead and say hypothetically that she did for the purposes of this video.
Great. Are we just gonna? We're just now gonna fucking just slag off Marilyn Monroe. Wow. Yeah, you're definitely not a raging misogynist, dude.
My question is, why the hell are we giving validity to that kind of quote when it allegedly came from a notorious home-wrecking adulteress and drug addict? Is that really?
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay, one. Home-wrecking adulteress? I think she slept around a bit potentially, but I never recall any major instances of prolific home wrecking. And so we're talking about a mentally ill woman that had issues relating from her exploitation and abuse from the Hollywood complex. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
The example you want to follow, ladies? If the quote did come from her, y'all are already operating on a faulty foundation made out of toothpicks from Jump Street. Second, the fact that you modern Western women take pride in a man needing to...
Oh my god. Oh my fucking Christ. Oh, there it is. Ding, 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 ding. Holy shit, this is literally like fucking bingo. Yes, this is so 2015 Gamergate coded. 2016 anti-SCW coded. Man, these fucking Western whores, am I right? These fucking Western women. Oh my, dude, what are you fucking talking about?
To handle you is one of the multitude of reasons why it's being projected that by the year 2030, 45% of y'all will be single and childless. The fact that you think...
Oh my god, dude, this guy, you just know this guy was like the world's biggest fan of like Sargon of Akkad and Thunderfoot and fucking, his Critical Drinker and all them fucking channels. Holy fucking shit. This guy was out here fucking stroking it, fucking gooning to fucking anti-SJW's owned fucking compilation 95. Holy fucking shit. Man, it's these fucking bitches and their entitlement while no one wants to fucking fuck these fucking 40s. I'm like, oh my god.
That men who already have to go out and basically fight the whole world at least 5 days out of the week have to also come home and basically fight you in order to get you handled is not only profoundly fucking childish, it's toxic as hell, and we ain't got the time nor the patience for that bullshit. I'd be willing to bet that if a man said that shit, y'all wouldn't put up with it for a microsecond, and y'all would trip over yourselves with how quickly you would move to pounce on and eviscerate that man into oblivion. So why do y'all think it's okay to conduct yourselves in that manner and use this bullshit quote to justify your own shitty behavior?
Bear in mind that Tanya never said this. This is literally he imagined his own straw man or straw woman, I guess, his own straw woman saying this, and has now gone on a 5-minute tirade to decry this phantom in his own head. Like, what are you like? What the fuck are you arguing against? This is literally the meme of man invents own argument and gets annoyed by it. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
So yeah, ladies, stop fucking using that quote and living by that standard. It's an absolute fucking ick, doesn't serve you in any way, shape, or form, and only serves to ensure that men will have little to no respect for you. Knock it the fuck off! Or don't, and continue.
Wow, thank you, Great Exposer. I'm sure women worldwide are very happy about your amazing contribution to the discussion. I'm sure your opinion will be will be taken very much to heart in high reverence. And yeah, Dark Kai, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I particularly think it's a great quote either, but like, I don't think it warrants this level of fucking freaking out.
Continue to not get the results we all know you want out of life. Let me assure you that the majority of us men will be just fine without having to deal with your toxic bullshit.
Oh my god, this is literally fucking MGTOW's strongest fucking soldier over here. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. This is what this whole video really is. Like, this is nothing to do with Tanya. This guy just wanted an excuse to just fucking rage against women for an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh man, got off on a bit of a tangent there, but yeah, I think I proved my point. Her brain operating in extremes.
Billy B says, I like Critical Drinker more right-leaning than left, but he's too disturbed. Yeah, listen, I'm sure the Critical Drinker can be okay. I don't generally agree with most of what he has to say. He's done some okay reviews of movies, but I just think a lot of his criticisms are very surface level. And then Billy B says again, I've got to go out. See y'all later. Have a good one, Billy B. Take it easy. Imagine my wife says, I literally acted in a way that would have got me burnt in the stake 600 years ago, and my husband loves it. I don't know what this dude's problem is. This dude's problem is that he wants a woman that will be meek and servile and will not have any contrary thoughts or opinions or feelings that go against his own wishes and whims. That's what it all boils down to.
Has achieved and will continue to achieve the result of her getting in her own way, constantly causing her to put her foot into her mouth, and will facilitate her continuing to have shitty life experiences. Let's continue.
But yeah, so I'm not perfect. I'm quite far from perfect. I would love to not have to yell about everything that upsets me. I would love nothing more. I would love to just sit here and be basically a good mediator, Zen mode. I don't agree, and here's why. But no. My childhood traumas have taught me that it's okay to yell whenever someone disagrees with you adamantly.
I think this guy watching is disturbed. Yeah, I know what you meant, Billy. I know what you meant. I'm sorry if I didn't say that properly in my inflections. I know what you meant.
Holy fuck nuggets! Did y'all peep that? The part where she said that her trauma has made her believe that it's okay to yell at people who disagree with her? This is what we in the internet drama industry refer to as a self-report. Remember what I said?
All right, buddy. One, we in the internet drama industry. This is the first video I've uploaded in fucking 4 years, and it's been just an incel fucking rant for half of it. And two, like, you know what I'm gonna say? Sometimes it's okay to shout. It's a part of life. Sometimes people are gonna fucking shout at each other. It happens. This doesn't justify anything you've done.
About weaponized trauma earlier in the video. Let's rewind so you can get a refresher. So yeah, she didn't have the best upbringing, and she deserves not one shred of blame for that. However, what is her fault, and where any and all sympathy and or empathy I have for her ends, is her incessant need to weaponize her trauma and use it as a security shield to justify her shitty and toxic behaviors that she subjected me to, and I have no doubt she's also likely subjecting Firebat to. So she's basically admitting that she purposely
Once again, bonding with the bat, classic.
Weaponizes her trauma in a very toxic way against other people, even for something as simple as a difference of opinion, and excuses it as a learned behavior from childhood. Y'all hear that phone ringing? Yeah, go ahead and pick it up, because I called that bitch. Yep. I'll go ahead and accept that 4th victory lap now.
Oh god, this guy fucking is so cringe as well. Oh my god.
And that is a me problem. I'm on mood regulators because my mood I have no self-soothing skills like whatsoever. I'm not a zombie though. Although I noticed a few things my brain got turned off after those pills got started. But nothing that I can't handle.
Not to beat a dead horse here. No, you know what? Fuck that. I'm stomping this dead horse into fucking wine. Because the amount of bullshit I had to endure from this woman over something she ended up having to do anyway kind of pisses me off just a little bit. So you are more than okay with daddy government advising you to go to therapy and get on medication so you could dodge an assault charge. But when I tried to get you to do those things as a means of desperate...
It's a bit of a nitpicker. She wasn't advised to do it. She was told she has to do it or she's going to fucking jail. So let's calm down with the rhetoric here a bit. And two, again, how is your takeaway from this just you being so pissy and salty about it? Like, holy shit, get the fuck over it. I'm sorry that you didn't, I'm sorry that you feel like she fucking, I don't know, wronged you in some way in this relationship. I'm sorry that she has deeply hurt you to this extent, but like, get the fuck over it. You know, for all the fucking hyperbole and posturing you've done, you haven't actually named any situations where she's done anything all that bad to you. You've just, you've either argued against straw men, or you've just fucking said a bunch of fucking nothing burgers. You haven't actually named any specific instances where she's actually done anything particularly untoward towards you. Like, get the fuck over yourself.
Trying to save the relationship and my peace of mind. I was the worst person in the...
South Tower 48 says, hey, sorry, popped up for the supper. The gut exposed sounds exactly the same as when I left. Yep, they're still raged against the machine. And then Mortimer says, this man woke up from a coma he had since 2014 and immediately made a YouTube video. Yeah, that's exactly what the fucking vibe is. It's actually insane. It's insane.
In the world? Yeah, no, fuck you, bitch. I was profoundly fucking right. You were spectacularly, apocalyptically wrong. I've earned the righteous privilege of rubbing your fucking nose in it, and now you have a nice big fat massive L branded on your fucking forehead, and you get to hold that shit. For life. Also, if some of the clips I've seen of you getting into shouting matches with your wife, husband, are any indication, it doesn't seem like the medication is working that well. I guess maybe I can give the benefit of the doubt in saying that...
Right, okay, so I actually remember covering this specific clip, and Firebat was being a complete fucking cunt and had pushed fucking Tanya to her wit's end and was refusing to turn the stream off and fucking talk about it and kept fucking bitching to the camera. I remember the exact context of this fucking clip. I don't know why this is being fucking used as the example. Also, what the fuck are these titles in the background? What the fuck? Why is there Billy Ray karaoke in the background as the background to this shit?
Perhaps the pregnancy hormones were counteracting the medication, but from what I've heard through the grapevine, you no longer have that excuse anymore. Unless, of course, postpartum depression becomes a factor, but I guess we'll all have to wait and see on that.
For anybody even considering starting a GoFundMe, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, whatever the hell is out there these days, I never gave consent for people to donate to my cause. In fact, this is actually my first time addressing it, to be honest, because there isn't a cause to donate to. I live in a small apartment Yes. I pay a lot of money for it. Yes. I live with somebody who is also triggered by disagreements. Yes. All those things are true. I still don't have a cause for you to donate money to. I'm just me. I'm living my life. The baby sleeps when I'm awake. What the hell?
It's a pic from your stream, obviously. All right, well, it probably is. It must be, because who the fuck else would have had a bunch of karaoke stuff in the background? It genuinely must be.
I don't need it. Yes, it's an expensive apartment. It does cause a struggle. See, we're in that weird, stupid middle state where it's too expensive to stay and too expensive to leave because it costs like 2 months' rent to leave. Minimum payment. And we can barely make 1 month rent. So if you're going to donate to anything, donate to that. Donate so that both of us can get out of this studio apartment and raise our kid in a proper multi-bedroom unit, like they're supposed to be. And yes, I will be sharing the money if you do. So just keep that in mind.
I don't have a cause to donate to, but here's a cause you can go ahead and donate to. You see how this female is...
Oh. This fucking female. This fucking...
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all we fucking know! Because we're boring! We're so fucking boring!
Fucking, like, and also, there was no oh my god, there was no GoFundMe set up, you fucking idiot. She's talking about if hypothetically another third party did, she's saying, she's being honest about what she would use the money on. She's saying she would share it. There was no fucking actual link to it, you fucking idiot, because it wasn't made. Oh my god.
So impulsive when speaking that she ends up contradicting herself on a dime, even with the benefit of a scripted outline? If the studio apartment is so fucking
yeah, Son of My Supergirl, yeah. Son of My Supergirl, yeah. Fucking, yeah. Firebat was trying to skinwalk me at one point with the fucking karaoke bits, and then he lost his shit because Tanya was a better singer than him, and then and then he got all pissy with her, yeah, that happened.
Expensive. Why the fuck did you sign a lease?
South48 says, I knew he'd say female. Yeah, I'm surprised it took this long to happen. I'm surprised
to live there. I know the apartment complex they live in, and while I don't know what specifics...
I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna be fucking real. I think most of the fucking Firebat A-Law community knows where the fuck they live at this point.
Studio apartment they live in. Last time I checked, the cheapest price for one of their studio units is $1,400 a month, which is about $30 more than I pay.
Bro, did the Great Exposure? I swear to God, the Great Exposure must have been like the Great Exposure's primary source for this research video or something. Like all of this information, all the clips, all of it just seems to be like stuff from my streams. Like, what the fuck's going on there?
From my 1-bedroom apartment, which happens to be her former residence. The most expensive studio apartment in her complex goes all the way up to $1,750 a month.
This is literally verbatim stuff I've said in the stream before. They've literally gathered all this information from my stream.
I don't give a fuck how nice the rooms are or what kind of amenities the complex offers. I don't give a fuck if the complex staff is made up of bikini-wearing Playboy models that will let me power wash their vaginal walls with my baby elixir every hour on the hour. There is
Ew. That's not that. Why the fuck did you phrase it like that? That's fucking disgusting. That's ew. Why the fuck do you word it like that? Also, can I just say, that is an awful fucking hypothetical. Because bull fucking shit. If you're telling me, there is no, fuck off, I do not believe you for a second. If there was a rental deal going out there where it's like, yeah, for $1,700 a month, yeah, you live in a small apartment, but you get to fuck 10 out of 10 women any hour of the day as much as you fucking want, I think, oh, come on, who the fuck ain't signed up for that deal? What the fuck are you talking about?
no universe in existence where charging $1,400 for a studio apartment is even remotely justifiable, let alone $1,750. Hell, I think the 1-bedroom unit I've lived in since 2014 is starting to become too expensive to justify, and yet it's still cheaper than even the cheapest studio unit in the complex she lives in now. You mean to tell me that y'all couldn't find a significantly cheaper spot? See, this just goes to show that both of them are impulsive as hell, live too much in the moment, and don't think about shit long term. You want to know what's...
Dude, you've lived in the same shitty apartment for fucking 12 years? That's lame. That's lame. South Tower 48 says, I feel like this guy would object to watching Femi, Malcolm, Aiko, and Mary True for obvious reasons. So that just leaves you, Rep, and Parry. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. To be fair, that makes sense. Dark Kylie says, turn me off my mac and cheese now. Yep, I agree. By the way, guys, remember the ultimate way, the ultimate and optimal and only correct and valid way to eat mac and cheese, or macaroni and cheese, we call it in the UK, is with a fork, not a spoon. Thank you. PBM Pazuzu says that would actually be a bargain though. Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, you're fucking telling me, dude, any fucking guy would pay $1,700 a month. Yeah, okay, your living situation, your house, your apartment's small, but you get to fuck 10 out of 10 models whenever the fuck you want, as much as you want every day. Like, fuck, who the fuck is saying no to that? What are you talking about?
What's funny about the whole crowdfunding thing and about her not giving any consent for any donations? Story time yet again. Back around June of 2015, if my memory serves me correctly, I think we had a designated carport at the time, and I want to say she ended up accidentally backing her car into one of the roof support poles and not only fucking up her driver's side headlight, but also denting the driver's side door. I might be getting some of the details mixed up. After all, it's been over a decade since this happened. But long story short, she accidentally damaged the car in some manner or fashion, and she wanted to set up a crowdfunding page to get money to pay for the damages. I profusely objected to the idea, not only because I detest e-begging, but also because most people aren't going to donate money to some random person they don't know over the internet unless there's a potentially life-threatening medical situation. And even then, it's unlikely. Her and I argued about it pretty aggressively until finally I threw my hands up and compromised by saying, okay, fine, you can go ahead and set up your little crowdfunding page, but only under the condition that you don't involve me with it in any way. Now, you'd think that any normal and basic functionally thinking human being would interpret that to mean don't use me or anything to do with me, which would include any of my social media platforms in order to secure potential donors, right? I mean, after all, using a social media page tied to me and that belongs to me would qualify as involving me, right? Well, apparently not, because you know what this moronic bitch did? She went through my Facebook friends list, some of whom were my own family members that she hadn't even met yet, as well as old acquaintances from high school that she didn't even fucking know, and sent them DMs containing the link to her crowdfunding page for her car. A few of the people she DM'd even told me
This was an unrelated event, as far as I'm aware, which has nothing to do or was nowhere near the time of when she made the video. So I don't understand why you're bringing it up, to be quite frank with you.
in DM conversations that they thought that I was the one that sent them the DM begging for money, or that I directed her to send DMs. Needless to say,
Also, can I also say this guy is absolutely fucking dog shit in this video game as well. And the amount of fucking times he's
was
died.
fucking pissed beyond words and actually came close to breaking up with her for that. You know what this dumbass's defense and justification was? Well, they weren't you. They were other people. You told me not to involve you specifically. People, I wish I was making this shit up. I really do.
Performative side, epic. Guys, I really, guys, I was just making this. Oh, I hate this fucking guy. Boo! Boo! Let's get some boos in the chat. Boo! Boo!
This supposed intellectually gifted person, who displayed significant academic talent to where she was put in the gifted class in high school, thought that contacting people on my Facebook friends list had nothing at all to do with me and didn't involve me in any way. Pretty fucking sure she wouldn't have been able to contact any of those people if it weren't for my Facebook page that belongs to me, people on my friends list, linked to me, associated with me. But yet she somehow used some unprecedented form of whopper-jawed thought logic to convince herself within her own warped brain that she did nothing wrong and insisted, double, triple, septupled down on the notion that she followed the condition that I set for her to a T and didn't involve me in any way. I was flabbergasted at the level of sheer stupidity then, and in retelling and reliving this story now, I'm even more flabbergasted as to how somebody can be that profoundly fucking dumb. So yeah, her talking about crowdfunding and how she didn't give any consent for it reminded me of that event, so I figured I'd share that with you.
A completely unrelated event that has nothing to do with the situation at hand. As I just said, thank you, very cool, epic. So glad, I'm really glad you wasted 5 minutes of my life with that fucking boring anecdote, which has no relevancy to the fucking topic at hand. Very cool, very epic, very demure. Fuck off.
Y'all, let's move on.
I am not in any danger, immediate or otherwise. Yeah, my husband is an oversharer. You're right. He did tell the truth about a lot of things he probably didn't need to share at all. You're absolutely right. People who lay their hands on me. See, when you grow up in an abusive household, it's very hard to tell the difference between okay behavior and not okay behavior.
Okay, here's my question. So if by your own admission you have extreme difficulty in telling the difference between okay behavior and abusive not okay behavior, why should anybody care that you don't believe that you're in any danger? You've basically admitted to the fact...
Oh, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell. Again, way to miss the fucking point, dickheads.
that you're not qualified to make that determination.
That's not what she fucking means, you fucking moron. It means that she probably puts up with much more abusive and fucked up behaviour than she should do because she's conditioned herself to be more accepting of abusive behaviour due to her abusive upbringing. It doesn't mean that she's a complete fucking invalid, you bloody dickhead. Oh my fucking God. Oh, I'm having another drink. Cheers.
I told her near the end of our relationship that she has constantly shown a clear and consistent pattern of not being qualified to make important life choices and that she often needs to be protected from herself. And this situation she has found herself in is the proof of that. So what are we up to now? Victory lap number 5? Yeah, pretty sure that's right.
We're on victory lap minus fucking 6-7, you fucking mong.
By the way, that question I just asked, it's completely
God, I hate this fucking guy. This guy fucking sucks.
rhetorical because let me make this perfectly, transparently clear. I don't want her to be helped out of this situation, regardless if she needs it or not. Any of y'all drama channels and or drama channel audience members talking about Tanya is an innocent victim. We have to do something. We need to get her out of this abusive situation. Free her from this abusive relationship. No, you don't. No, you do not. Stop it. Pipe down. Stop that shit right this instant. She chose this.
So makes me go say Trough actually getting mad when Dickhead comes out. Yeah, that is one of my telltale signs.
She made her chaotic and impulsive shit-stained bed. Now she needs to be made to sleep in it. I'm telling y'all right now, if I see anybody on the internet gorilla gluing a Superman cape to the back of their neck to try to come to this dipshitted female's rescue, I will roast the...
Dipshitted female's rescue. Oh my God, this guy. Oh, I actually fucking hate this guy so much. This guy really actually fucking sucks. He means you, by the way. Yeah, I know he does. I know. Now, with the context now that I've come to the conclusion to that he's used all of my streams for research and to get the clips from. And I must be, when he's referring to all these common channels that cover Firebat, I must be the main one he's like basing his fucking feelings on, because I've probably been the one that's been the most aggressive in my stances on a lot of things.
utter dog shit out of them for being a Captain Save-A-Ho, because she sure as shit...
I haven't heard that expression in like almost 20 fucking years.
doesn't even remotely deserve it in any way. If there's one party, one entity in this whole situation that I do feel sorry for and I feel actually needs to be rescued, it's the newborn daughter. In my opinion, I think the daughter needs to be taken away from both of them, as neither are fit to be parents. I've heard a lot of people say that Tanya being a single mom would actually be better than staying and parenting with Firebat.
Again, this is something I've said extensively as well. Fuck me. What is this? What is this? Just a fucking is this a crypto fucking Trough fucking video? Crypto Trough rebuttal?
And while that may be true, given how Firebat does seem to generally be more unhinged than Tanya is, that's really not saying much because, as I've shown and will continue to show in this video, she's not mentally equipped or qualified to parent a child either. I hate to say that the child in the...
You have, by the way, not shown a single clip, nor shared a single anecdote, story, or event that has in any way suggested that she's not fit to be a parent. You've done 0 victory laps, you're on negative victory laps, you are full of shit, and you are completely delusional that you think this video somehow vindicates you. You just come across like even worse than you did previously.
The current environment that she's in right now is absolutely cooked. Especially given that she has a father who is on camera saying that he has no respect for women, finds them repulsive, and that women are
Oh boy, we're going to replay that.
I hate to say that the child in the current environment that she's in right now is absolutely cooked. Especially given that she has a father who is on camera saying that he has no respect for women, finds them repulsive, and that women are...
Are you out your fucking goddamn... Bruv, you are a fucking dickhead of the fucking highest proportions. We're replaying that one more time.
I hate to say that the child in the current environment that she's in right now is absolutely cooked. especially given that she has a father who is on camera saying that he has no respect for women, finds them repulsive, and that
how in the fucking God's green fucking fields of fucking gold, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. My mind is just fucking gone. I am fucking liquid brain right now. How in the fucking God almighty are you gonna fucking sit here and fucking even have the fucking brass cojones to fucking talk about people being on camera, fucking talking about their lack of respect for fucking women after the fucking comments you've been making non-stop for the last hour, you fucking absolute fucking invalid, imbecile, fucking moronic fucking cunt, idiot. What are you talking about? This whole fucking video has been you being a fucking absolute incel chud, fucking misogynist, and now you're gonna get on your fucking high horse about fucking Firebat being not respecting women? Holy fucking shit, this should be on fucking Pot Kettle. This is fucking pot meat fucking store that exclusively sells fucking kettles. It's the fucking tea store. They've got every brand of fucking kettle. What are you fucking talking about, you fucking idiots?
women are basically the source of all of his anger. Like, bruh, that is insane work. And what's more bizarre is that if he hates women so much, why the fuck does he want to become one? Did that rant of his end up being an unintentional self-loathing Freudian slip? Regardless, the baby is the one that needs rescuing from this situation because she doesn't deserve and didn't ask for any of this.
The one and only time I've ever had the cops called on somebody else who laid their hands on me was when they tried to strangle me. They knocked me to the ground, pinned me down, and strangled me. That's a pretty far cry from what I've gone through here. I've never been strangled since. I've never been pinned down since, unless we are play wrestling.
Like I mentioned earlier in the video, the strangling incident she's referring to was her own father. And that's because they were butting heads constantly due to the fact that she had just turned 18, and being the stupid-ass selfish boomer that he is, he desperately wanted her out of his house and living on her own. The problem is, he didn't really teach her any real life skills, and basically relied on the public school system to do the parenting work for him. Which, given what's been revealed over the last decade or so, and what we now know about the public school system devolving into liberal indoctrination centers rather than actual education institutions, yeah, it's no fucking wonder she turned out to be the hot, scrambled mess that she is.
I do not believe I'm in any danger. And I will block anybody who pushes the subject very hard to try and convince me otherwise, as I said in about the 4 to 5 minute area of this video. If you think I am in any immediate danger, I ask for you to please respect my life choices. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know what it would take to make me want to flee. I don't want to find out. I'm going to make my choices on my time, on my terms.
Nobody owes you any sort of respect regarding your life choices when you display a long-running and consistent pattern of making bad life choices born out of chaos and impulsiveness well into your mid-fucking-30s. You, a traumatized, emotionally stunted, mentally ill abuser, married and had a child with a near critically mentally ill...
Yeah, she's the abuser, dude. Oh. All right, Billy B. Billy B says, I know you hate to be spitting some facts. Listen, I'm not... It's a coincidence. A broken clock, right, twice a day, you know? Like, again, you've missed so much... I think the first 20 minutes, you've missed a lot. You missed a lot in the first 20 minutes of this video. Before the response video, where it was just him just being unhinged as fuck. You've got to have the context of that to see how the things that you're saying now are dripping in venom and have a very obvious goal, which is not congruent with what he's saying right now. This is all in bad faith. This is all incredibly in bad faith.
Ill, abusive sexual degenerate, and alleged rapist who can't seem to hold down a job for more than a month. Why in the fuck should anybody have any level of respect for clearly mentally ill people living mentally ill lives and doing mentally ill things on camera for everyone to see? And keep in mind, I'm saying this as somebody who doesn't want you to be rescued from this mentally ill life you're now living. I want you to remain stuck and trapped in it. Because again...
See, again, it's like comments like that, like actively wishing for someone to be stuck in an abusive relationship. Like, that is an abhorrent comment to make, you know?
You insisted on choosing this. I basically fucking warned you, both throughout our relationship...
Again, the blaming the victim. It's your fault. You chose to be abused. You know, it's all these sort of comments, you know, that just... I'm sure they can make... This great exposure person makes the occasional okay point. I'm not saying every single thing they said is completely without merit, right? But it's the whole package altogether and the reasons why they're saying these things that add to the fact this person is despicable.
relationship and when you were leaving that I was the only one protecting you from others who would judge you far harsher than I ever did, as well as trying to protect you from yourself. But you thought you knew better, so now you get to deal with all these people coming at you and your wife husband, as well as me dumping a sizable sample of your own lore in this video. And best believe, I'm enjoying every single solitary second of it because the karma on display tastes so finger-licking good. I told you a long time ago that the real world wasn't going to put up with your brand of fuckery and would judge you far harsher than I ever did. And look at you now. You're front page news in some online communities. You never had anywhere near this level of attention and scrutiny even when you were featured in my videos. Want to know why? Because I
Wow, when you were featured in the well-renowned epic YouTube
protected your ungrateful ass from it until you no longer allowed me to perform that duty. I nor anybody else owes you even a goddamn crumb of respect for the fucked up choices that have brought you to this point in your life. You can shove that respect up your stupid ass. And now we've reached my favorite part of the video, and it's about to be plainly obvious as to why.
I fled from my ex because I was stupid enough to stay as long as I did, but I knew deep down that I was with the wrong person. All I really was missing was that little extra push from an outside source. And just like that, I was gone within just a few weeks. I think I got over him in the first 3 years of our relationship. But I stayed with him for 10 more. And he didn't even do anything. Well, that's actually pretty accurate. He didn't do anything. That was the problem. He didn't do enough. Victor, Violet, Bat, whatever you know him as, does all the things.
Oh boy. So
cringe.
much to unpack here. First of all, why the fuck did you feel even remotely compelled to bring me up at all? Up until this very video, not only have I barely been a remote factor in regards to this whole drama situation that you now...
Because you went out of your fucking... You're out of your goddamn mind. You went out of your way to comment on, I believe it was either Femioz's or Malcolm's or Parry's or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. You went out of your way to comment on at least 1 or 2 videos saying that you were Tanya'S ex, and here's the shit that she did. You were the one that brought attention to yourself in the first place, you fucking idiots.
I'll find yourself in, but I've been a complete non-factor throughout the last few years since the end of our relationship.
Like, that fucking laugh was so fucking cringe, man. Like, as fucking Sanime Supergirl says.
Well, I'm the Joker, baby.
Like, fucking Christ.
The last time I was in any kind of contact with you was late March of 2023, over 3 fucking years ago. She'll probably say, well, I brought you up to illustrate how quickly I could leave a relationship if I feel the need to. Cool story, but...
Yeah, but you brought it up, you fucking
but
dickhead.
Nobody would care, because again, I'm a small blip on the radar when it comes to this drama you're in, and have been a non-factor in your entire life for over 3.5 years. Not to mention, there was at least one other guy you were in a relationship with after me that you could have used instead. You just wanted any excuse to bring me up to attempt to shit on me with revisionist bullshit, which I'll utterly fucking decimate here in a moment. In the over 3.5 years since we broke up, you want to know how many times I've mentioned or referenced her online? Not including this very video, I'd say 3 times at absolute...
And I wonder what those 3 times were. Was it maybe when you commented on other drama channels' comment sections to actively say who you were and talk about your experiences, as in exposing yourself, the great exposer exposing themselves? You fuck. I wonder what those 3 times were.
Most, and 2 of them were right after the
South Tower 48 says, remember, he reached out to Firebat. Yeah, exactly. This is such bullshit.
Relationship ended.
Dark Kylie says he really sucks at this game too. Yep, I said that earlier as well. I completely agree.
In fact, one of them was on Twitter because I specifically remember my internet NPC homie Black Bond DMing me and being like, dude, I know you're going through a shitty situation, but you might want to refrain from posting stuff like that so openly online. And you know what? He was right, so I deleted it. Y'all want an estimate of how many times she's mentioned or referenced me online over the last 3.5 years? Not including the video I'm currently reacting to, at least 10 times. And that might just be a modest number and may in fact be closer to 15, one of which was as early as a few weeks ago. That's quite a bit of energy to devote to somebody who hasn't been a part of your life for over 3.5 years. As a matter of fact, this reminds me of yet another funny story. I want to say this was sometime around mid to late 2024. I ordered some Uber Eats no direct contact delivery, and there was a particular delivery driver that had delivered to my place about twice before. However, on the third time, right before he dropped off my order, he sends me a very peculiar Uber Eats DM. In the message, he said that he knew of me as the great exposer on YouTube and that he was a fan of mine, but that he, and I quote, couldn't divulge how he knows about me. I thought to...
Bollocks. This didn't happen. And then the Uber driver delivered the food and he clapped to your front door and gave you a crisp $100 bill and told you how he was actually the second removed cousin of Einstein. Fucking bullshit.
To myself, a local random dude working as an Uber Eats delivery driver putting together that I was the great exposer on YouTube simply by knowing my full name and address via the Uber Eats app. Well, golly gee, I wonder who it was that showed him my channel. That Uber Eats driver's name? Victor Hanna, aka Firebat. Unfortunately, since...
Okay. I still don't think it happened, but if it... Hey, no, this didn't happen. This didn't happen because didn't fucking Firebat specifically fucking say in many times. Now, Firebat's not the greatest fucking witnessing for themselves, but didn't they fucking say they never did the food? They only did the taxi part of Ubering. Maybe I'm misremembering that. This sounds like such bollocks. I don't believe this for a second.
Uber Eats doesn't allow users to access delivery driver DMs after a delivery is made, and the oldest order in my app history is from March of 2025. I have no direct proof, and you'll just have to take my word for it. I didn't think to take a screenshot of it because I had no intention of ever having to make a fucking video like this because I'd moved on with my fucking life. Interestingly, after I didn't even bother to reply to the DM because Ray Charles's dead corpse could see that it was Tanya'S new man and I wanted absolutely nothing to do with her, he never delivered any food to my apartment ever again. Which indicates to me that either he pieced together that I knew he was Tanya'S new man and was scared of a potential confrontation, or he told Tanya that he messaged me and she told him not to accept any more Uber Eats orders from me. Regardless, the question I have is, why the hell did she even bother showing him my YouTube channel to begin with after our relationship had been dead and dusted for over a year? Only real benefit of the doubt reason I can think of is maybe she wanted to show him the few videos I did that she was in. I hope that she didn't show the video where the camera picked up the audio of us having sex, because that would be a weird and rather disrespectful thing.
What?
Real benefit of the doubt reason I can think of is maybe she wanted to show him the few videos I did that she was in. I hope that she didn't show the video where the camera picked up the audio of us having sex, because that would be a weird...
Why the fuck did you upload a video to your YouTube channel which includes the audio of you having sex with Tanya, you fucking pervert? What the fuck? What? What? What?
Weird and rather disrespectful thing to show to a new relationship partner.
Hey, maybe it's actually fucking even weirder the fact you upload that video in the fucking first place, you fucking degenerate fucking freak. What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why does that video exist, you fucking... Why does that video exist, you fucking pervert?
Second, she claims that she found the strength and will to leave me due to a push from an outside source. That's funny because throughout the near 13 and a half years of our relationship, she had at least 3 other outside sources that tried to snatch her up, and she never found the strength or will to leave with those. One of those was an online emotional affair where she soaked up intense simpish levels of attention and validation. And you know what she did with it? She channeled and used it as horny fuel to bounce on my dick. So thank you, Joey.
What?
Was an online emotional affair where she soaked up intense simpish levels of attention and validation. And you know what she did with it? She channeled and used it as horny fuel to bounce on my dick. So thank you.
What the fuck is that? What is this turning into? Dude, this is unhinged. This guy is out off his fucking rocker. What are you fucking on about? What the actual flying fuck?
You, Joey. Much appreciated, bro. The outside source that did get through, he wound up dumping her ass after about a month due to how obsessively clingy she is. She got mad at him because he wanted to spend time with his own son rather than spend time with her, and he rightfully pulled the eject handle as a result of that. So yeah, she ended up throwing away nearly 13 and a half years for what basically amounted to a pump and dump. You can't make this shit up, people. Third, she claims that she got over me within the first 3 years.
Speaker rolling sound menyala. Volume Bluetooth menyala. Hubung.
Lock this guy up. Lock this guy up. Send him to fucking prison. He's a sex freak and he's reveling in it. He's a raging misogynist and he's dangerous on the streets. Lock this guy up. Lock this guy up. What the fuck? Lock this guy up. Send him to prison. Throw away the key because he needs to be taken away from society. Lock this guy up. Lock this guy up. He's literally committed revenge porn. I don't even have a fucking right. Just what the fuck?
Mic terputus.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, well, we can watch the video, I guess, but just Jesus Christ.
Years of our relationship, yet she stayed for 10 more. Man, it's almost as if I have proof and evidence that shows and proves that she's full of shit. Here we have a post from her on Reddit asking for advice near the end of our relationship in August of 2022. Note the very first sentence of not wanting anybody to suggest ending things with me because it would be unthinkable due to how long we've been together and that her leaving wasn't an option. Now, does that sound like somebody that got over their partner during the initial 3 years of a nearly 13 and a half year?
Wait, South Tower, 1 second. Hang on.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
This is for you, South Tower. We love buzzballs, we love buzzballs. Everybody's buzzing for buzzballs. I walk into the club and they say, hey, what's up? And they say not much buddy. I wanna get fucked up because we love buzzballs. We love buzzballs. Everybody's buzzing for buzzballs.
Your relationship to you? Yeah, there was an instance where we almost did break up that fits the time frame that she's talking about, but that still doesn't equate to getting over somebody when about a decade later, you're saying that breaking up with them isn't an option. If she had gotten over me within the first 3 years of the relationship, why did she let me relocate to Washington and move in with her? I'm pretty sure that's the last thing one would do with somebody that they've gotten over. Smells an awful lot like revisionist horseshit to me. Fourth, she claims that I didn't even do anything in the context of any abuse. Now, this is interesting to me for 2 reasons. Reason 1, as I myself admitted to in this very video to my own potential detriment, that's not true. Sure, the overwhelming majority of any abuse on my part was reactionary and at least somewhat justified due to the provocation.
Billy B says, no, I actually didn't go looking shit. That would have been quick. I think South, someone else said they found the, oh, no, it was you said the video, found the video, whatever. I'm pretty sure they included the clip, the screenshot of the own video title anyway.
Of her own abuse, but I have to be honest and objective in saying I wasn't in any way a saint in that area. Reason 2, and this is the most fascinating part to me, many of the drama channels that indirectly referenced me when this shit blizzard started claimed that I, incorrectly, had been the one solely abusing her. My question is, where would they even get that idea and impression from? In fact, how would they even know that she was in another potentially toxic and abusive relationship before being in one with Firebat? That's far too big and specific of a detail to reasonably conclude that all of these drama channels are just talking out of their...
Because you fucking admitted to it in multiple fucking comments, you fucking moron. You admitted it in its own fucking video. And even when you're trying to dispel the rumours or whatever the fuck, you've still done a piss poor job of it and just solidify the fact that you were an abuser.
Their asses. So that leaves 2 possibilities. Either she has openly mentioned it on social media somewhere that I don't know about, or Firebat has openly mentioned it on social media somewhere that I don't know about. And if it's the latter, she would have had to have been the source that fed him that horseshit narrative. But yet, now she's saying on video that I didn't even do anything in that context? You know, Tanya, if you're gonna shit on me, it'd be nice if you at least kept your story straight and consistent. 5th, she claims that I didn't do enough in the relationship and that was the main problem and reason why she left. Again, I got receipts that proves that she's chucking down on revisionist history Kool-Aid. Here we have a list entry in her own journal outlining the various things that I did for her during our relationship that gave her all the...
Oh my god, we're using... Oh, shut the fuck up. I'm not even gonna fuck... This is literally the Firebat argument. This is literally the Firebat argument. This is literally the Firebat argument. Guys, it must be true. It was written down in the journals. Why do all these fucking people involved in the fucking Firebat-verse all fucking journal? Why is this such a prolific fucking hobby? Why is fucking journaling such a prolific hobby in this fucking sphere?
Reasoning in the world to stay with me as long as she did. You can go ahead and pause on each image to read them at your leisure, but by my calculation, the list consists of 33 things worth of not enough that I clearly neglected to do. Not to even mention some of the other things she didn't list, like me giving up a potentially long and rewarding career in the military to be with her, cutting out certain members of my own family who flat out disrespected her, being the catalyst for motivating her to distance herself from her shitbag father, and even being the only breadwinner for nearly 2 years because she was either too lazy and or anxiety-ridden to find herself another job after she got fired from Xerox. Yet when it became time for her to return the favor, it was a major problem and point of contention for her. So much for that feminist equality, huh? No, see, what she...
Yeah, dude. Still not go.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Check it. 1, 2. Yeah. So much for that feminist equality. I miss the old Tanya, the taking me a knife to my throat Tanya, not this journaling my crimes Tanya. Dude, journal's so sick, Tanya. Fuck, I haven't got a good bit for that. Just what the fuck? Why are these fucking the fucking things are battery anyway. Why are these people so fucking obsessed with fucking journaling? Jesus fucking Christ.
She actually means by that is that I didn't do enough during the last 1.5 to 2 years of the relationship. I no longer kept up with a lot of the good things she listed and had become exhausted and rather distant because I was fed up with her emotionally stunted childish mentality, her absurdly ridiculous energy vampire clinginess, and her...
Also, just to get back a bit, I passed a rewarding career in the fucking army. Now, I could be wrong, but from the way that he's described it, he sounds like he was like an infantryman fighting in Iraq. I'm not sure how much fucking promotional longevity there is in a career fighting in Middle Eastern wars, to be quite frank with you, but that's just me.
Her toxic conflict resolution behavior. I'd also grown resentful of her viciously fighting me on going to seek therapy and potential medication to deal with her emotional instability issues and trauma. So her falsely claiming that she had gotten over me in the first 3 years of the relationship, on top of her falsely claiming that I didn't do enough throughout the whole relationship, should make it evident to anyone with a normal functioning brain that we're dealing with somebody who's engaging in revisionist history. And while it may be speculative, I think I have at least a fairly solid theory as to why this is. She can't stand the fact that she gave me the entirety of her 20s, her best physically primed years. She hates this fact so much.
Oh, God. Oh, God, that's such a disgusting way of putting it. Oh, my fucking God. Yeah, you know, I had this bitch when she was prime and breedable, and that's why she's fucking upset with me. Not because I pulled a fucking knife on her, because I got to tap that ass when she was in her prime. Oh, my God. Boo! 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 Boo!
That rather than coming to terms with it, her brain has created a false narrative of me being the ultimate villain as a coping mechanism so she can sleep at night. This false narrative in her brain ran so deep that right at the end of our relationship, as a pathetic self-proclaimed last-ditch effort to save said relationship, this bitch had both the nerve and audacity to demand that I list off what value I brought to her life. This both shocked and deeply offended me. The sheer amount of
Crime war. I don't give a fuck if you feel offended, bucko. Alright, Bubby. I don't give a fuck. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, wah. I'm so sorry you're offended. Fuck off.
Disrespect and sweeping everything that I'd done for her throughout those 13 plus years under the rug like they never happened was absolutely fucking infuriating. It was like I was talking to a completely different person because despite all of her faults, the real Tanya that I knew would have never fixed her mouth to say some heinous and ungrateful shit.
Fixed her mouth. Epic stuff. Jesus Christ. Yeah, epic stuff. And fucking Greg Exposed over here literally been like, I miss the old Tanya, the real Tanya, the Tanya that don't talk back to me Tanya, not this standing up for herself Tanya, own opinions Tanya. Like, fuck off.
Shit like that to me. Of course, I explained to her that after over 13 years of devotion and dedication, I really shouldn't have to list any of that off because she should very much be aware of the value that I bring. If she wasn't aware of what value I brought to her life, why the fuck did she stay with me for that long? I mean...
Because she's unfortunately trapped in a cycle of abusive relationships and doesn't know how to respect herself, you fucking
For
dick.
fuck's sakes, like I showed earlier, she wrote down an entire 33-item list in her journal of the value that I brought to her life. Yet instead of just consulting that, she attempts to make me come up with a value list as if her own journal list didn't exist? Bitch, bye. Get the fuck out. Get the...
Again, I'm referring to journals as the albeit end-all proof of things.
Fuck, pack your shit and get the fuck out of my apartment. I was not about to stand there and allow her to devalue and dismiss all of the blood, sweat, and tears I'd put into the relationship for 13 plus years. Ain't fucking happening. And of course, due to those poor listening and information retention skills I listed earlier, all she heard and fixated on was, I shouldn't have to, and thus she interpreted that response as me not putting in any effort to save the relationship when it was her dumbass that made the worst possible request imaginable as a horrible way of trying to save it. Regardless of psychological reasoning, we're left with one of two possibilities. Either she was lying throughout the entirety of our relationship, or she's lying now. Based on the evidence I presented, I think you all know where I'd hedge my bets, but it doesn't really matter because both paths lead to the exact same destination of exposure, which is her being a fucking liar. And she isn't just lying to other people, she's also lying to herself. Now that we've established that, it now makes perfect sense why she keeps bringing me up over the internet in a mostly negative light on at least a semi-regular basis over the last 3 years and change. I believe it was the Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels who said, if you tell a big enough lie and keep repeating it...
Hell yeah, dude, that's epic. Yeah, dude, I love it when I just absolutely love just referencing quotes from the Nazis to support my arguments. That's so cool. That's so epic. Hell yeah, dude, that's epic, bro.
People will eventually come to believe it. The false narrative that she has to tell herself and other people is so far from reality that she has to express it over and over so it can stick and have the illusion of it being truthful. Sixth and finally, I'm sure that Victor, Violet, Bat, whatever, does all the things you want. After all, he comes across as such a spineless beta male. Oh wait, I'm sorry. She comes across as such a spineless beta female that it seems like...
Hell yeah, dude. Epic, bro. Man, these fucking beta cucks, am I right, fellas?
Like you're the one that wears the pants in the relationship. Which, let's be honest, you also wanted to be the one wearing the pants in our relationship, but I was far too dominant and too competent for you to be able to do that. Another...
Yeah, I let no fucking bitch Floyd fucking control my fucking life, okay? I'm the I'm the alpha fucking wolf and you step in line, motherfucker. Oh, God, this guy fucking sucks.
Another one of her toxic traits was that everything had to be a competition with her, and she either had to be equal or better than me in every aspect of the relationship because she drank the feminist Kool-Aid. Competent for you to be able to do that. Another one of her toxic traits was that everything had to be a competition with her, and she either had to be equal or better than...
Guys, isn't it just such fucking toxic feminist bullshit when your partner wants to be equal with you? These fucking women need to get the fuck back in line, am I right? Man, they want to be equal with us in my relationship? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
Than me in every aspect of the relationship because she drank the feminist Kool-Aid. Yet she either doesn't realize or flat...
The feminist Kool-Aid is when my toxic trait is that I want to be seen as an equal in a relationship.
Doesn't want to admit that me being superior and better than her at the majority of things was one of the reasons why she was so attracted to me to begin with. I'll tell you one thing that we can confirm that Firebat does better that I didn't even remotely do. I never at any point during our relationship ever put her in the crossfire of any drama to the point where she had to make a video addressing any of it because I was responsible and had enough common sense not to broadcast every little fucking aspect of our lives over the internet for other people to see and commentate on. I'm man enough to admit that he, she, shim outclasses me in that department at least. So anyways, I'm not going to play the remainder of her video because she mostly just rambles and repeats herself, and this video is already long enough as it is. The only thing really worth noting was her displaying the typical narcissist female ego of bragging about how in every relationship she was in, she had several dudes trying to holler at her and convince her that the person that she was with wasn't right for her, and that if other guys think they can do better than Firebat, they can get in line, which confirms what I said earlier about her having several outside sources trying to snatch her up when we were together. Only one of them succeeded, and that's only because I had already mentally checked out of the relationship when that happened. I was so checked out, in fact, that I actually withheld sex from her because even that started to become a chore, which I have no doubt contributed heavily to her giving in to that outside source. While
Yeah, I'm okay, buddy. I'm sure she was devastated.
I did do quite a bit for her outside of sex. I will admit that me having her date...
Yeah, guys, listen. Okay, I know. My major contributing factor to the relationship was my epic, sick penis. But I actually did other things for her as well, guys. Like, come on.
Dickmatized did quite a bit of the heavy lifting in keeping her around and pushing...
Oh my god, I do not believe, dickmatized, I do not believe for a fucking microsecond that the reason she stuck around so long was because you was laying down fucking pipe with such fucking epicness. Shut the fuck up, this is such bullshit LARP. Yeah, okay buddy, yeah dude. You were just giving it to her so good that she just couldn't get away. Shut the fuck up. You receding hairline, fuse box in the bedroom, motherfucker.
Her already extreme clinginess to cosmic levels. What can I say? Being a bedroom prodigy is both a gift and a curse. Oh,
dude, I do not believe for a fucking second this guy has ever once in his fucking life been regarded by a single other human being on this planet as a bedroom fucking prodigy. Shut the fuck up.
Alright, let's finally start to wrap this video up. So what have we hopefully learned today, class? Tanya not only isn't this innocent put-upon abuse victim that y'all like to claim she is, but I have no doubt that she is contributing her own fair share of abuse in her marriage to Firebat. Yes, Firebat seems to initiate quite a bit of abuse of his own, and way more than I ever did. Yes, Firebat is a massive lolcow that in only a matter of a few months has come to rival the sacred lolcow to end all lolcows known as Chris Chan. However, that does not get Tanya off the hook for the lies she has been clearly telling other people about me, and it damn sure doesn't get her off the hook for all the abuse she has committed, both in our relationship.
Imagine my 85 says, "There's no amount of good dick in there is no amount of good dick that I would stay around if it was attached to this mouth." Yeah, exactly. This is just bullshit, and I refuse to believe this guy is some sort of fucking sex fucking god. This is such try-hard 17-year-old coded bullshit fucking cope.
And in her marriage to Firebat. I mean, for fuck's sakes, she was the one that got arrested for domestic violence over Firebat. Do you have any fucking...
Mischief, no, I'm reacting to somebody else's video and they're doing gaming as the background.
Idea what it takes for a woman to get arrested over a man in domestic violence situations? It's practically a stereotype at this point that even in mutual domestic violence situations, the man is the one that's usually guaranteed to go to jail over the woman. That means that either Firebat recorded her committing the assault had to be severe enough to leave one or more marks on Firebat while she had no marks of her own, and or since the incident happened in a public place, there were witnesses that testified to her being the aggressor, just like she typically was with me. But no, I'm the problem, right? Tanya, if you ever watch this video, which I'm sure you will because I know you like to check up on all my socials every once in a while so you can continue to reinforce the false narrative that's taken a hold of your brain, keep my name and existence out of your mouth and off the keyboard. You have a whole-ass family to take care of now. Focus on that and pretend that I never existed, which is what I've been trying to do with you for the last 3 years and change. You say that you've made your one and only video addressing any sort of internet drama? Well, we're gonna see if that statement holds true. What can you even really say in response to any of what I said in this video, huh? What can you possibly say? Oh, I don't appreciate you telling the truth about me and setting some records straight? Or are you going to try to seek retribution and attempt to spill more dirty laundry about our relationship? I mean, you're more than...
Billy B says, just don't hit your head on the fuse box while shagging. Yep, true. The great exposure, make sure you do not do that. Imagine my 85 says, what have we learned today, class? That you're an insecure as fucking an abuser. Thanks. True.
You're welcome to try, but I will forewarn you that it's not in your best interest to do so, because not only can I explain most of the ammo you have on me, and even likely deflect it right back to you, but I have even more material on you that I haven't even disclosed in this video. Actually, you know what? Before I end this video, let's go ahead and address one last incident for the road and take a bullet out of your chamber. Oh, he threw one of my plastic dresser drawers, which led to him forcefully taking my phone when I tried to call the police. Yep, that for sure happened, but once again, there is important...
Yep, I'm really looking forward to how you defend this fucking unhinged
context that she would likely leave out that would make her look like the instigator. It was around 9 or 10 a.m. on the day where she was packing her things to permanently leave the apartment that we once shared. Tensions were higher than normal because she basically cheated on me as a means of ending the relationship rather than just simply leaving. Because most women simply can't leave, they have to monkey branch. I had requested that she focus on
more casual misogyny, epic.
Removing all of her things that were in the bedroom over her things that were in the living room so that I could go to sleep. Not only because I was tired, but because I had to go to work later that night. She stubbornly and defiantly refused, even though it would have taken her less time to get all the stuff that was hers out of the bedroom over her stuff in the living room. She just wanted to be a malicious and spiteful cunt and once again tried to deprive me of sleep, which seemed to be one of her favorite tactics.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So the crux of the argument is, oh, she was taking too long to pack up her shit, so I threw a fucking cupboard at her? Is that really your defense right now?
And that I remind you is considered a form of both mental and physical torture.
Yes, but it occurs over a couple of days, not an hour or two, you fucking crybaby.
So I decided to expedite the process for her and started quickly tossing all of her stuff out of the bedroom and into the living room. And because she had decided to end our 13-year and change relationship in the most vile and disrespectful way that one could end any relationship, I didn't feel any need to take any special care of the things I was throwing out of the bedroom. And as a result, one of her $20 plastic Walmart dresser drawers got damaged. She responded by...
Dude, you threw a fucking drawer at her. You didn't throw like a t-shirt, dude. You threw a sizable object, which could have caused considerable harm if it connected.
By taking out her phone and attempting to call the police, and she did so in a manner which indicated that she wanted to get me arrested. Needless to say, I once again fought back because I'd be damned if she was going to get me hemmed up over some bullshit she started, and I ended up forcefully and temporarily taking her phone, which led to her crying and knocking on the doors of neighbors and getting them involved in all.
So, you felt disrespected, so you threw a drawer at her, and then when she tried to call the police because you were acting violent, you then took away her phone. And somehow you think the way that makes it rational and justifies this is that, oh, well, she kept me up for an extra couple of hours. Man, you fucking suck, dude. Fuck off.
All that fuckery, trying to make it seem like she was only trying to call the police to help her get her things when that's not the motive she initially communicated to me. Now, I will say that this was by far the least justified of all of my brutal retaliations, and that in hindsight...
You don't fucking say.
I should have let her call the police because looking back on it, I highly doubt that they would have slapped the cuffs on me for damaging a measly $20 plastic drawer from Walmart, especially after hearing my side of the story and that...
Dude, you threw the fucking drawer at her, you fucking idiot. You definitely would have been fucking booked.
She was preventing me from going to sleep. Not only that, they would have likely made her do what I requested.
Preventing you from going to sleep? It was 9 in the morning, you fucking baby. You'd already gone to sleep.
Anyway, as a means of de-escalating and that we could both be out of each other's way while she loaded all of her stuff in the moving truck. The only real thing I can say in my defense, besides tensions being high and her yet again being the one to start the shit, is that from my experience, Lacey police have rather slow response times. The job I had at the time was a security guard for a 140-acre retirement complex, and one night I had gotten a call from a resident around 1:50 a.m. about somebody trying to break into their house. Needless to say, I contacted Lacey PD and reported the incident. Now, this perpetrator didn't have any sort of vehicle and was on foot, so time was of the essence if there was any chance of them getting caught. So tell me why Lacey PD didn't show up on the scene till around 2:30 a.m., roughly 40 minutes after they had been called. 40 minutes for responding to a potential burglary during the early morning hours, where things should logically be slower than normal, is pretty fucking atrocious. So now you know another reason why I didn't call the cops during the time of the second knife.
Literally, what's the correlation there? What's the correlation?
I already knew that their response time was going to be slow and would only serve to keep me in that tense situation. So I took matters into my own hands and got her the fuck away from me so I could leave. But anyways, even if I let her call the police, they likely would have taken their sweet time and would have made an already tense situation even worse. That all being said, though, I still don't think I was justified in forcefully taking her phone from her, regardless of any reasoning I had at the time, and I got
Oh, okay, so basically everything your entire justification in the situation, as you admit yourself now, was just complete bullshit and cope.
Epic. That. Me throwing her things out of the bedroom, however, 100% justified, because once again, she was the one being purposely vindictive and toxic, rather than being mature and helpful not only to me, but to herself, because it would have made her actions of moving out more efficient. Hell, as a gesture of good faith afterwards, I even sent her $20 on PayPal to pay for a replacement plastic Walmart dresser as a means of taking accountability for the incident. So yeah.
Wow, what a hero.
We can go ahead and scratch that potential clapback off the list. So what else you got, Tanya? 90% of everything you can come at me with was your own fault by your own admission in the email from you that I have saved. So you look rather foolish in trying to use any of it against me now. Ever since I've known you, you've been desperately trying to run away and hide from the objective reality that is your failure at proper living. I foolishly tried to protect you from said objective reality coming in the form of the internet at large when we were together. But it's long been out of my hands now, and you were warned that something like this could, and likely would, eventually happen. Due to your own insistence of living a chaotic and impulsive existence, the chickens have come home to roost and objective reality will no longer be ignored or denied. Again, my advice to you, not that you've ever taken or heeded any of my advice at any time, is to completely wipe me from your memory and do the best possible job you can at raising your daughter. Though I'd wager to bet that your best ain't gonna be nearly good enough due to your own severe inherent flaws, especially now that the internet spotlight is shining right on you. Also, tell your barely functioning retarded wife husband to stop willingly streaming all aspect of y'all's life on the internet. In fact, I think the both of you should just get off of all social media platforms entirely and focus on improving y'all's real life to the best of y'all's ability for the sake of your child. If y'all want to get out of the internet spotlight and remove that element of intense pressure and scrutiny, that's really the best course of action for you both to take. If nobody can make content on you if you're not around to give them content to make, the internet spotlight moves away and leaves you in the comfort of darkened irrelevancy. As for me, that's pretty much all I have to say on this topic. Hopefully now all these drama channels have substantially more context about this story and will not only...
Yep, and the context is that you suck even more than we initially thought. Epic stuff. JG3 says both Bat and Dwayne want the internet to hate Tanya.
Season painting Tanya as an innocent and blameless victim, but will also stop indirectly painting me as the sole and main culprit of abuse in the relationship we had. Hopefully this will be the one and only video I make on this subject, but if a follow-up is needed, I'll have no problem dropping one. If anybody has any further questions or wants even more further context, leave them in the comments section and I will answer them to the best of my ability. If anybody wants to come and talk shit, I'll likely briefly entertain it to make you look like a dipshit before blocking you. Until next time, the Great Exposer has spoken.
Fuck you, I was right, fuck you, I was right.
You was right.
Well, that guy fucking sucked. I hated every single second of that fucking video. Thank you guys for watching. I have work tomorrow. I hated every aspect of that. I may be on Discord VC for a bit if anyone's interested, but other than that, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for watching, and have